I think you have a couple opponents here. One being Pella Christian, who's playing really well. You know, a team that's got some high aspirations and looking to finish off the regular season well. And then Central Decatur comes in. I think they're an exciting team too. You know, they're going to throw the ball around a little bit. I tend to enjoy games like that on the turf when the ball gets tossed around. And I think both sides will be able to looking to put the ball in the air a little bit, put a lot of points up on the board. A little bit of a crisp night tonight, a little bit colder. We're excited to be in the booth, nice and warm here tonight. But it feels like football weather, and it's really an exciting Friday night.
That's exactly right. I mean, this is football weather right here. This is football weather, and thankfully it's finally come around here for the end of the season. It's not the extreme heats that we had to start the season, and it's not the extreme colds that you'll get used to this winter with basketball season. But, you know, should be a good game, as you mentioned. We're looking at some of the premier athletes here tonight. In Class 1A, we've got some of our stat leaders. Isaac Kakmarinsky, one of the big leaders here in Class 1A. He leads the state in touchdown, or Class 1A, I should say. He leads Class 1A in touchdowns, offensive touchdowns, because he does have 2 defensive ones in there. And then he also leads in passing yards per completion, and he does have the longest kickoff return for a touchdown this season. And then he's 3rd in the state in passer quarterback rating, and then 4th in offensive yards. He's been on fire lately. Bennett Sprunk has been on the receiving end of some of that success with 6 receiving touchdowns, which is 4th in Class 1A. Jack Fancher tied for 3rd in field goals made, coincidentally enough, tied with Cale Rockhold of Central Decatur with 3 field goals made on the season, and Fancher is 3rd as far as longest field goal goes with 40. Kakmarinsky's counterpart, Matthew Booth, is 5th in the state in passing yards with 1,280, and then he's 2nd in passing attempts with 183. His top go-to guy in the receiving game is Trey Hollinger. He's got 585 receiving yards, which puts him 5th in the class, and he's also 5th in receiving yards per catch with 19.5. And then Evan Wallace with 3 fumble recoveries is tied for 3rd in the state. So a lot of premier athletes here to watch tonight, JD.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, right, when you could talk about all those things, and you recognize that both of these teams are gonna try to put some points on the board here tonight. You know, and you look at what the Eagles have done recently. You know, you talked about Isaac Kakmarinsky, and his numbers have just been phenomenal here for a couple weeks straight. And, you know, I think for the Eagles it's obviously an exciting time because I think they're probably playing the best football that they've played. I mean, I thought last week was just an outstanding game all the way around from Pella Christian over at Cardinal of Eldon. And now you're just trying to maintain that, right? You're trying to maintain the momentum. Obviously, there's some different things going on here tonight. We have a Heroes Night, where we're recognizing some first responders and people who have served our country. It's Senior Night, you know, so that's always a little bit different. So you're probably dealing with a few different nerves and stuff like that, but these guys are excited to get out there and play some football.
Absolutely, and it's just a beautiful night, like we mentioned, and a great time to honor those seniors who have meant a great deal to Pella Christian. I know that talking to Coach Kakmarinsky, which will be coming up here in a little bit, he spoke very highly of the senior class, and he's looking forward to seeing what they can do here this season, or to finish this season, I should say. And then, you know, we had a couple other things that we talked to Coach Kakmarinsky about, and one of those is our Hormel Foods Keys to the Game. He'll talk about those, but I want to break those down on our own before we hear what he has to say on that. JD, as we take a look at our Hormel Foods Radio Keys to the Game, what are you thinking will propel both sides tonight?
Well, you know, football coaches are always going to talk about special teams, and they're always going to talk about ball control, and I haven't heard what Coach Kak has to say. I imagine it's something like that. I look at a couple of things. One being the big play. You know, that's something that Pella Christian has kind of keyed them, is going to the air for some big plays and looking down the field. And Central Decatur is the same way. You know, I mean, they're going to look for those big passing plays. You mentioned Trey Hollinger and some of the big plays that he's had this season. So that's one of the things. And then the other thing, when I look at it, the reason that the Eagles have been playing so well lately is they're taking care of the football. You know, and that's such a big deal. And that's something that even as PC was winning games early on in the year, it was always plaguing them, and you felt like, hey, if they can figure that out, this could be a really dangerous football team. And I think these past couple weeks they have, and I'm sure they'll be looking to keep that going here tonight.
Absolutely. I'm sure that they will. That has been our Hormel Foods Radio Keys to the Game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit hormeljob.com. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Kakmarinsky talking about tonight's matchup, some of the seniors on this team, and the keys to the game, as we mentioned, for his perspective. But we'll be right back with the Pingos Home Store Radio pregame show here on the KRLS2 stream on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Pella, make reservations for them to stay with us. The Amsterdam Hotel. We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit. Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne. The Visit Pella package has tickets to the historical village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella Bucks to spend around town. And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon. Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht in Pella.
Marion County Bank salutes the farmers and their families in Marion and surrounding counties. Hi, I'm Trey Sadoff, ag lender at Marion County Bank. We know that for today's farmers to be successful, it takes more than just hard work and dedication. It takes a commitment. At Marion County Bank, we're committed to our area farmer success too. As our area's leading ag bank, we invite you to visit with one of our ag loan officers at our Pella or Knoxville office for all your ag lending needs, concerns, and opportunities. We have the experience and expertise to help with your farming operation. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
The last thing you want to do when it's 30 below zero is fight with your garage door. DeYoung Door Service recommends checking over your door now, before the bitter cold, inspecting the hinges, rollers, cables, and gears to ensure everything's working properly. If you're not sure what to look for, that's okay. Just call the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. It's not good enough to know what you do. You need to specialize in it. We specialize in sales, installation, and service of garage doors. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Pole barns were originally engineered in the 1930s. Over the years, the materials and techniques have been vastly improved. Modern-day construction makes for versatile buildings used for housing, commercial use, or storage. Dutch Mill Supply is your pole barn specialist.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville supports all the Marion County teams and athletes competing this year and encourages them to do the best they can by giving 100% effort in everything they do. The values of hard work and perseverance will help them not only on the field but in life for years to come. You'll find those same values at Raceway Tire and Exhaust, your one-stop auto headquarters located at 1318 West Bell Avenue in Knoxville, or at racewaytireandexhaust.com.
Fall is one of the most beautiful times of the year in Iowa, with the natural beauty all around us. As work continues on the new Laley Park in Pella, we're spending time this fall working on the park part of the project, installing native Iowa prairie grasses, wildflowers, and hundreds of native Iowa tree species. It will be a truly beautiful natural landscape. Progress also continues on the interior of the building, and we're targeting a move-in date of first quarter 2022. Laley Park is the future home of the North American headquarters for Laley and Pella, farming innovators.
Welcome back to the Pingos Home Store Radio pregame show here on KRLS2 and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Talking to head coach of the Pella Christian football team, Rich Kakmarinsky. Coach, thanks for joining us. You're coming off of a dominant win against Cardinal Velda, which I know that from speaking to you after the game and speaking to a lot of people here around PC, that was kind of an unexpected result. You weren't expecting it to be quite one-sided. It was kind of an expected track meet type of game where both teams were running wild. And your guys' defense really stepped up and held Cardinal for most of the night, just 8 points. Coming into this game against Central Decatur, they like to do a lot of the same things. It looks like they like to throw the ball around. They've got a quarterback who's one of the top 5 passers in Class 1A as far as yardage goes. What is your guys' game plan to try and slow down their high-powered passing attack?
Well, thank you for your reflections on last week against Cardinal. I thought our defense did play really well. I thought we did a good job of containing their speed and their quarterback. They have some nice skill players, and I thought by and large we did a great job defensively containing them. And I think that's been a key. Our defense is key to us all year long. Obviously, we scored a lot offensively, but I thought our defense had some key plays in the first half, particularly last week against Cardinal. So we're going to ask our defense to do the same thing again this week. We got to contain their quarterback. We got to contain their passing game. They run some spread concepts. Just from a width standpoint, we got to contain. So I think obviously success begins with our defense. I think we've done a great job, I thought, on special teams. Last week against Cardinal, we played them down in the hole a couple times. We covered kicks well, made a field goal, made all our extra points. So I'd like to see that happen again from a special team standpoint, gain field position, make some plays there. Then offensively, I thought our offense took another step last week against Cardinal, particularly probably in the passing game. So I'd like to see that happen again. As far as that's concerned, I think that would bode well for the finish of the district season and getting ready for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And you talked about the offense having that really nice game against Cardinal. And really, it's been, I know for the last 2 weeks, our games that I've called, I know that Isaac, your quarterback, has gone for, I believe it's a little over 800 yards and 14 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. What has it been about the offense that's really opened it up and allowed him to, put up that kind of yardage? Because that's, not a common occurrence, I feel like, especially at the high school level. It's one takes a special athlete to do that, but what has the rest of the offense around him been able to do that has allowed him to really find that same success the last 2 weeks?
Well, I think obviously we've talked about this every week, but everything always starts up front. I thought our offensive line took a big step last week against Cardinal. Cardinal had some big dudes on the last scrimmage, and they played a heavy box on us. And so in order to block those guys, I thought our offensive line would tour again. So, I learned that 40 years ago as a running back. You might be the greatest running back in the history of the world, but without a good offensive line, you're going nowhere. So I really felt like our offensive line really keyed us offensively. We went sackless again. 2 weeks in a row, we've not a lot of sack. So give Isaac time, protection. We got talented receivers, and so we missed a couple throws early. I think that maybe could have changed the complexion of the first half. Maybe even got scored a little bit more. But we connected on those, particularly in the third quarter, to Bennett. So I think you're seeing the emergence of our passing game. We've been running the ball well. They were determined to take away our run game. Cardinal played a really heavy box on us, and I suspect Central Decatur might do the same thing. So that allowed our receivers to basically work one-on-one against their secondary, and thankfully for us, we got some really talented receivers. So that'll be the key for us again against Central Decatur, is if we can start up front, control the line of scrimmage, give Isaac time and room, and allow our receivers to work. I think we have a dynamic offense. I think we'll be a tough playoff team from that standpoint. So I like to see that against Central Decatur, that we can utilize all our weapons on offense, but it all starts, as you know, with the O-line.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get that momentum if you can get another big win here. And one final thing here. Actually, I take that back. We got two final questions here. You've talked a little bit about this, but going through our Hormel Foods keys to the game in tonight's contest, what are some of your keys specifically against this Central Decatur team? I know you said your defense has really keyed you guys. They have a big passing attack, and then you go through to your guys' side of the ball, and you guys have a very explosive offense. What are some of the keys that you feel will propel you guys to victory tonight?
Well, for 2 weeks in a row now, we haven't turned the ball over. So you can win a lot of football games by playing good defense and not turn the ball over. And so that'd be my ask for our team tonight, that we would not turn the ball over, take care of the football. Again, we talked earlier about our defense keying us. And then obviously, offensively, we need to make some plays, both running and throwing. I've always felt like the best offense is one team that can run it and throw it. So I think, if you start with turnovers, if we can win the turnover battle, win the defense. And, again, I mentioned this earlier, but our special teams gave us great field position several times We also got a turnover against Cardinal Veldon, got us the ball at midfield. We had a 4th and 2. We stopped them in midfield, got the ball in midfield, and our kicking game did a great job of getting the ball to us in good field position. So, those are what coaches call hidden yardage. There was just some hidden yardage in the game last week, so I think that'll be a key again tonight. Central Decatur does a lot of things offensively. As you mentioned, they're very diverse. They spread it out. They'll throw it. They'll run it. So we cannot fall asleep defensively against Central Decatur.
Absolutely. And tonight is obviously senior night, and I know that for a coach this is not always a fun night because it's the last game where your seniors are guaranteed a home game, and you're kind of saying goodbye to a group from the football program and welcoming them into the alumni realm, but it's different feel, obviously. What is the group of seniors that will be honored here tonight? What have they meant to the program, and what are you really going to miss by having that group around?
Well, this is a real special group of seniors. We were down to 4 at one point, and then we had EJ and Ty come out this year to make it 6. So it's been small in number, but it's been mighty in talent and spirit. So I think they've done a great job of leading our team. We've had a fun year. It's been a fun team to coach, and I think it all starts with their seniors, with their attitude and their character and their work ethic. So, honestly, I don't want to think about being done with these guys. I just want to, I feel like we have a high ceiling. I feel like we have a great potential. So, but they've been a tremendous group of young men. And they've been talented off the field as well. I mean, basketball, track and field, baseball. I mean, these guys, do it all. And so that's been great to see because I think, we're a 1A school and we love multi-sport athletes and we love well-rounded guys who take their academics seriously, and, these guys take their faith seriously. So, I'll probably tear up a little bit at some point in time thinking about these guys. But I guess the big thing I'm going to think about is just how much fun I've had.
We definitely got to see some of that fun, and we know that you guys do have that potential to make a deep run, and so we'll look forward to that and hope that this is not the last time that they obviously get to play at PC, but then we'll look forward to seeing how deep they can actually make it in this postseason, and hope that it goes a ways. But Coach, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
You bet, Tyler.
We'll be right back with more of the Pingos Home Store Radio pregame show right after this on the KRLS2 stream on KNIA, KRLS.com, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
At Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, the Veterinarian Pet Salon is taking appointments.
Hey, Mr. Veterinarian, can we get my kitty a haircut, please?
Yes, we can. This is Dr. Tim Yoder, one of the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Schedule an appointment at the Veterinarian Pet Salon by calling 628-4040. Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, where your pet's good health is our number one concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Are you having trouble finding a place to work? Looking for a career with benefits? The climate-controlled facility known as Hormel Foods are currently looking for applicants. Hormel is offering free tuition to the employees' kids for 2 years, no strings attached. All the applicant has to do is that the employee works during the 2 years the child is in school. So apply to Hormel Foods today for an opportunity for free tuition for your kid. If the parent leaves, the tuition stops for repayment of contract period.
Are you ready to save big? Yeah, you. The carpool driving, crossfitting, building, and making warriors. Vision for Less owns selection, price, and speed. Glasses you need. Quality you deserve. Every day, all day, today. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. That's right. You want it, we've got it. Selection, price, speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Hi, This is Kelsey Boat with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their 4-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style home in Pella for $216,000. Compared to a typical 6% commission, using our price listing advantage, they saved $3,480. When it's time to sell your property, call 628-1-BUY and use the price listing advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
What's the big deal?
Where can you get pizza, bread twists, specialty chicken, and more for just $5.99 each?
Is it at Domino's?
He hands off hand-tossed pizza and a marble cookie brownie. He's going!
There's a lot of variety on the radio and at Domino's too, where you can
Mix and match, 2 or more. $5.99 each at Domino's.
2-item minimum. Pan pizza, bone-in wings, and bread bowls will be extra. Ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
What are you craving right now? If you're in the Pella area, chances are that you can have it delivered right to you right now from our friends at Delivery.com. With more than a dozen local restaurant partners, you can get everything from a pastry and coffee to pizza, tacos, pasta, sandwiches, wings, burgers, steak, sushi, and more. Don't forget the cupcakes or ice cream for dessert. It's all available at Delivery.com, and they'll bring it right to you at your home or office or wherever you are in the Pella area. Check them out today, Delivery.com.
Welcome back to the Pingles Home Store Radio pregame show here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel here in Pella, Iowa, where tonight's game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating is 55 degrees here as we get closer to kickoff. Could get down to 50 or under here tonight, so could be in for a little bit of a chillier night as the sun goes down here. And we get ready for some high school football, but that is your game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, your local cooling and heating experts. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear Van Haften's. Taking a look at tonight's starting lineups, we're going to start with the Cardinals, and we're going to start with their defense because I got the starting lineup from their head coach.
There you go.
This might be the most interesting defensive lineup I've ever seen. According to him, they're running a 6-1-4. According to him, they're running 6 defensive linemen. So at the defensive ends, they've got number 20, Jaden Bruich, and number 88, Jack Scrivener. At nose guards, they've got Evan Wallace and Devin Adams. And at defensive tackles, they've got Tegan Carson and Tyler Hamilton. At linebacker, they've got number 50, Cale Rockhold. And the defensive backfield, they've got number 17, Matthew Booth, number 10 or number 8, haven't seen yet officially, but they've got both listed. It's Trey Hollinger. And they've got number 44, Champ Walker, and number 3, Tyke Hollinger. Their kicking units, they've got Cale Rockhold does all the kicking responsibility except for the punting. That's Matthew Booth. Evan Wallace and Tyke Hollinger are the kick returners, and Matthew Booth is the punt returner. For the Central Decatur offense, they've got Matthew Booth at quarterback, Devin Adams at running back, number 2, number 10 or 8, Trey Hollinger, Tyke Hollinger, and Jack Scrivener are your receivers. Cale Rockhold at tight end, Tegan Carson, Adam Young, Tyler Hamilton, Gage Kelly, and Dean Layton make up the offensive line for Central Decatur. For Pella Christian on the defensive side, they've got Logan Kelderman, EJ Fransman, Trevor Veenstra on the defensive line, Isaac Kakmarinsky, Bo Bush, Drew Geetings, and Josiah Deal at the linebacker positions. Bennett Spronk, Ty Vandermolen, Eric Mulder, and Peyton Ritzert at the defensive backfield. Jack Fancher handling all the kicking duties, Eric Mulder the punter, Isaac Kakmarinsky, Benny Schurz the kick returners, Eric Mulder the punt returner. On offense, it's Owen Minninga, Mitchell Van Zee, Drew Van Coten, Colton Voss, and Toby Steen on the offensive line. Trevor Veenstra at tight end, Bennett Spronk, Eric Mulder, Drew Geetings at receiver, Benny Schurz at running back, and Isaac Kakmarinsky at quarterback. That is tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs. Call 628-3198 for Minninga Pest Control. We'll be right back with the Pingles Home Store Radio pregame show right after this on the KRLS2 stream of the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Nobody covers the Eagles like KRLS.
Live coverage of every football game, athletes, and highlights on the radio sports page Wednesday evenings at 6 and Thursday mornings at 10. The KRLS Radio Coaches Corner every Saturday morning at 9. Stories every day on air and online at KNIAKRLS.com. The Jeremy Diggman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show, Fridays at 4:30, and the Greg Young of Indianola Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show after the games. The one to count on for Pella Christian Eagles coverage, 92.1 KRLS. By now, you've surely seen the new Hy-Vee branded QR code using the Hy-Vee H logo. Have you used your QR code yet? If not, you're missing out. And nowadays, QR codes are really easy to use. You don't need a special app, just follow these easy instructions. Open the camera on your smartphone, aim your camera at the H QR code, tap the link that pops up, and get all the great Hy-Vee deals. You can do it when the H pops up on TV, or when you see it in the paper, or when you're shopping in the store. Use the H QR code for great deals at your local Hy-Vee.
Hi, this is Cyrus Glennon with Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella to tell you about the all-new 2021 Ford F-150. This truck's been completely redesigned and purpose-built from the ground up to be the toughest and most productive F-150 ever. The industry's best-selling truck for 44 years has once again been named the North American Truck of the Year. And right now, you can get your new F-150 with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Stop by today and find your new truck at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella, taking care of you since 1935.
Are we there yet?
Dude, we just left 15 minutes ago. It's a 4-hour drive.
Are we there yet?
Honey, your brother just asked that like 5 minutes ago.
Are we there yet?
Oh, these kids have some serious brand appeal in them.
Brand appeal?
These kids are relentless. Just like Brand Appeal was relentless when they went above and beyond in putting together a new brand video series for us at work.
Let's just hope these tablets don't run out of battery.
For branding, print, web, interactive, and video, get Brand Appeal. Relentless for you.
Are we there yet?
Mow big lawns in less time with Toro zero-turn riding mowers. They feature Pro DNA, giving you the same quality, cut, and reliability as commercial mowers for a professional-looking lawn. And Toro's unique My Ride suspension system keeps you comfortable over the roughest terrain. Visit your local Toro dealer for your time-saving Toro zero-turn mower at the Ryder Lawn Equipment, 604 Oskaloosa Street in Pella.
I'm sure the last thing you want to be thinking about now is winter, but fall is the time to be making sure your home is ready for cold weather, and that includes winterizing your home for pests. Meninga Pest Control has a variety of methods to keep insects, spiders, rodents, and other critters from making your home theirs in the cold weather months. Call today and schedule an inspection of your home with Meninga Pest Control. I'm Sean, and we want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
At least 5 new stories every day. Let's Talk Pella every weekday. Breaking news, live severe weather coverage, in-depth with Dr. Bob Leonard, community calendar events, all that and more on your home for today's Pella news and local information. 92.1 at KRLS. You can also find it all at KNIAKableS.com. And you can listen anytime and anywhere by downloading the free KableS mobile app. Nobody covers Pella more because we care more. The one to count on for today's news and local information. 92.1 KRLS.
We're back one final time for the Pingles Home Store Radio pregame show here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube page. Thanks for joining us here for high school football action. We're getting ready to get underway as the scoreboard hits triple zeros as pregame is now done with, and we're getting ready. The Pella Christian players who are holding the flag at midfield coming back to join us here. And as we get ready for tonight's opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Any last thoughts before we get to see these two teams in action, JD?
Yeah, I mean, I seem to say this a lot. I just love football Friday nights, and this is just a great atmosphere for a football game. Obviously, with senior night tonight, and we got 6 seniors for Pella Christian, and those guys just done a phenomenal job, and Coach Kakmarinsky talked about them, and I'd just like to echo those thoughts. And just being around these guys every day, I think they're a great group of young men, and I'm excited to see what they have going for them later on in life. But tonight I'm excited to see what they can do in the football field, and it's just cool to honor the heroes for Heroes Night here at Pella Christian, and it's just a great atmosphere. People are huddled up in blankets and winter coats. There's a great crowd here tonight. I think there's just a lot of excitement about this Eagles team and excitement about this game as Central Decatur is going to be coming in here and looking to pull off the upset. Should be a fun one.
It should be a fun one. I know Central Decatur would like to get this one because as of right now there is a three-way tie. There could be a three-way tie tonight with Pleasantville and Cardinal playing tonight. Could be a three-way tie there at the bottom for those third and fourth positions. So this is a big matchup for Central Decatur. For sure. And Pella Christian is kind of locked. They've already locked their spot in. It's just a matter of seeding, kind of at this point, depending on how other games shake out. I think that I think they pretty much have a firm grasp on that 2 seed. But obviously, you just never know how things go, and it would just be much better for Pella Christian to just win this one outright.
No doubt about it.
But we are lined up. Tonight's opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply here on the KRLS 2 stream. And kicking it off is not the normal kicker. That's number 24, Caleb Jensen. It'll be, that's Bennett Sprunk. He is out and tackled at about the 42-yard line. So Pella Christian gets good starting field position here off of the opening kickoff return from Bennett Sprunk.
Yeah, really nice return. 42-yard line. Anytime you can get close to midfield, you're feeling pretty good about that. Nice job from the return team. And as the offense hits the field here, they've been in a really nice rhythm, looking to see if they're going to try to go to the air or really get the ground game established here early on.
Yeah, Kakmarinsky lines up in the gun. 2 receivers to his right, a tight end to the right, and a receiver to the left. He'll fake the handoff to Schurz, flip it out to Veenstra. It's going to pop up into the air, and the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for Trevor Veenstra around midfield there, and unfortunately not able to corral it. Kakmarinsky just tried to flip it up over the defensive end who was left free there, but it looks like they're going to go empty here. They've got 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right, and Kakmarinsky back in the gun. He's going to throw quick to Mulder on the outside. He's going to throw a stiff arm on Booth. Takes Booth to the ground, and Booth brings him with him. But it's a gain of 11, and Pella Christian is out across midfield to the 47-yard line of Central Decatur. So 2 plays that are already in.
And those plays, and you just throw a little head trot, it's really a run play. It's just a nice, easy pitch and catch and gets Eric going downhill.
Yeah, empty backfield again. Schurz in motion. Kakmarinsky fakes the handoff to Schurz. He's going to try and take it up the middle. He is going to be stuffed for a gain of 1 to the 46.
Yeah, that time, you fake the sweep, kind of a go-to play here for the Eagles. And usually Kakmarinsky can find a little seam and burst it upfield, but really nice job there by the Cardinals defense. And looks like a flag coming from the side judge. Might be moving the Eagles back here.
Sideline warning on Central Decatur. So nothing comes of the penalty flag there, but as of right now, it looks like Mulder's going to line up to the left by himself. There'll be 3 receivers to the right. Take that back. Schurz is going to line up in the slot now on the left side, so 2 receivers to the left. 3 to the right, Kakmarinsky in the shotgun. 11:24 left in the first quarter here. It's 0-0. Kakmarinsky's back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got Mulder, and it's knocked away by number 44. That's Champ Walker who knocked it away. Nice coverage there from the defensive back for Central Decatur as Kakmarinsky's pass falls incomplete, and it's now 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line with 11:14 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Eagles ran everybody downfield. Good job of the offensive line. Eric Mulder's going to want that one back. He wish he would have hauled that one in.
Yeah, Kakmarinsky's going to throw a swing pass to Benny Schurz. He's got nowhere to go. That's going to be a loss of about 4. And I think they're actually going to mark that as they did mark it as 4. They did give him the 50, but that'll lose the Eagles 4 yards. It'll be 4th and 12, and Central Decatur comes up with the big stop that they needed because they really can't let this game get out of hand based off of what they need for the postseason.
And a nice job there. They came with a blitz from the edge, which made Kakmarinsky give it up a little bit too soon, and Evan Wallace came from his defensive end spot and was all over Schurz. That was good-looking defense there by Central Decatur to stall that drive.
It was. Mulder catches the snap at the 35. His punt is away. It's a nice punt back towards the end zone, but it will bounce in to the back, or bounce through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Central Decatur will bring the ball out I believe it's to the 20-yard line here. Not the NFL where they do it 25 sometimes, and they get it at the 20 here. And it'll be Matthew Booth coming out under center for the Cardinals. He has been, as we mentioned in the Pingos Homestar Radio pregame show, if you guys were able to hear that, we did experience some technical difficulties during that game, during the pregame show. Matthew Booth, 5th in Class 1A in passing yards and 2nd in passing attempts. He lines up under center. He's going to toss it to the outside. That's Caleb Jensen, who's going to get the edge and get out to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yeah, it looked like, the snap was a little bit low, and they're going to need to get that cleaned up here quickly. But Booth did a good job of picking that one up, getting it outside, and good speed to get to the edge and get 5 yards from what was kind of a broken play. You look at Central Decatur, and we talked about it too. They're going to sling that ball all over the field, and I'm sure they're excited that they got to stop to start this game, and now their offense gets a chance to show what they can do.
That they do here. As Booth lines up, he's going to toss it again to Jensen to the left. He got stopped going that way. He cuts it back. He's going to look for a hole. Mulder's going to trip him up, and he will somehow manage to get a yard out of that. It looked like it was going to be like a loss of 5 there.
Yeah.
Nice job by Jensen to maneuver his way around and get some yards.
Yeah, he ran for about 40. He picked up about 2. But good job from the Eagles defense, too. Whenever you see some of those plays, you get a little nervous because you got to be disciplined to maintain your assignment. And I thought the Eagles did a good job of just holding him to a yard there. Brings up a big 3rd down.
Yeah, Central Decatur with a tight bunch to the left, one receiver to the right. Matthew Booth is going to run it, and that is Ty Vandermolen there to make the stop for the Eagles, and Booth will go down after losing about a half yard, and that'll bring up 4th down, and it looks like Central Decatur will send the punt team out.
Yeah, that's always a run all the way. And Booth is actually their leading rusher, so he's a guy who is going to put his head down and try to pick up some yards. But what was really nice about that play for Pella Christian is that you have your corner who came down and made a really nice tackle one-on-one. Ty Vandermolen, the senior, getting honored here on senior night, made a nice big play there to force the punt.
Yeah, and you got to worry about the fake here with the quarterback also being the punter, Matthew Booth. Oh, quick kick. Then just got it away. Not a great kick. And we've got, we might have had a little bit of a scuffle there on the backside. That was kind of looking like it was going to brew, and nothing came of it. But Central Decatur downs that football at the 47-yard line. So 8:54 remains in the first quarter. It's 0-0. Pella Christian leads Central Decatur as the offense takes the field for the Eagles once again. They were stuffed on their first possession. They picked up 1 first down, but not much after that. Kak Marinsky lines up 2 receivers to the right, and Trevor Veenstra, the tight end, to the right. Schurz to the right as well in the backfield. That's where the ball is going, is a handoff. Schurz is going to get out. That's going to be a gain of 9 there, and Pella Christian back into Central Decatur territory after 1 play on this drive. It's going to be, they're going to mark that actually as first down yardage. So a gain of 10 there from Schurz gets Pella Christian all the way out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, you love that when you can get that on first down to get some yardage. Good job up front by Colton Voss and Toby Steen on the right side to open up a nice hole.
Yep, and Kak Marinsky is going to he's going to hand it to Schurz again. Schurz not as much success that time as he is stuffed at about the 42.5-yard line for a gain of, I guess they gave him the 42. One judge looked like he's given the 42.5. One gave the 42. They'll take the 42 though because it gives them a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, this Central Decatur defense isn't big, but they are physical up front. They do a nice job clogging up the rushing lanes.
That they do. 2 receivers to the right and to the left. It's going to be a swing pass out to Veenstra. He's going to be brought down at the 40 for a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Pella Christian here with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and still a 0-0 tie between the Cardinals of Central Decatur and the Eagles of Pella Christian. Yeah, that was Kak Marinsky looking to the sidelines for the next play.
Yeah, early on in the game, these are big plays. You got 3rd and 7 here. Your first drive stalled out. You didn't get as much as you wanted, and now you're thinking, okay, we probably got 2 downs, but we got to find a way to pick up a first down and keep the offense moving.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Kak Marinsky rolls to the right. He's got some running space. He's out to the 30. He'll fall trying to cut back. At the 29, it'll be enough for a Pella Christian first down. That has been a big play for the Eagles over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, when in doubt, Isaac Kakmarinski is usually a guy who can make a play in space, and that's certainly what he had there, and he's got to credit his blocking for that as he rolls out to the right. A few linemen and also some receivers like Bennett Spronk. Benny Schurz is out there laying some blocks and just picks up an easy about 10 yards right there.
Yeah, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kakmarinski takes the snap. He'll hand it to Schurz once again. Schurz will bounce up for about 2, but as you mentioned earlier, Central Decatur doing a nice job of plugging holes and not allowing much room inside the tackles to run.
Yeah, it's hard to pick out exactly who's all in there. You got guys like Tyler Hamilton and Tegan Carson from the Central Decatur defensive line who are just doing an outstanding job here early on. There's just not much between the tackles. I think the Eagles are going to have to look to spread it out a little bit more and look downfield through the air.
Yeah, Kakmarinski's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's going to roll. He's going backwards. He's going to make one guy miss. He's just going to flip it out of bounds. Smart play there by Kakmarinski. He didn't have anything down the field and was under quite a bit of pressure there off the edge and flips it away. Doesn't lose any yardage, doesn't gain any yardage. Gives the Eagles another chance here on 3rd and 9 from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you love it when Isaac Kakmarinski can use his speed in the open field to make a big play, but sometimes that's just as important to avoid the big sack, to get out there to the left, and made a wise decision to just throw it away. Again, good pursuit there from Central Decatur. They've been bringing a lot of blitzes. Here on 3rd and 8, I bet they do the same.
Yeah, 3 receivers left, 1 right. That's Giedings, passes to Giedings. He's at the 15. He's making a move, didn't quite get to the 10. He's going to go down at the 12, but it will be a Pella Christian first down.
Really nice play there. Again, we saw it earlier in this quarter where they went out to the left to Eric Mulder on a little hitch. This time they go to the right to Drew Giedings. Both of those guys, including Bennett Spronk too, are receiving playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, and I think they're going to make a good play more times than not.
That they will. 3 receivers to the left again for Kakmarinski. Giedings to the right. Benny Schurz also to the right. He's going to throw a quick hitch to Mulder on the outside. He's going to stiff arm Booth. Booth did a nice job of pulling Mulder down with him. Second time tonight that's happened. He's going to get Pella Christian inside the 5, and that puts Pella Christian inside, or they were already, but they are in the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
Yeah, like you said, nice job of Booth there. Mulder loves the stiff arm. He just grabbed that arm and pulled him down. He's done that twice.
That he did. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Schurz up, Schurz there, and that was number 70 for the Central Decatur Cardinals. Tyler Hamilton got into the backfield right away and brought down Kakmarinski, and that puts back Pella Christian up to about the 8.5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line. Pella Christian can pick up a first down at the 2 or try and score here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back to the right. Kakmarinski's going to roll right. He's going to shed one tackle. He's flipping it into the end zone for Bennett Spronk. Touchdown, Bennett Spronk. 8-yard completion by Isaac Kakmarinski to Bennett Spronk. Didn't look like it was going to be caught. Oh, but we do have a flag.
Yeah, this came in late. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, and it came from the far side of the field, from the side judge on the Central Decatur side of the field, which is the far side from where we are set up.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly what happened here. The Eagles are standing around waiting. We're waiting for the official word, but it looks like it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, it will be. And that was a really nice play. Isaac Kakmarinski, I thought he flushed the pocket maybe a little bit too soon, but kept his eyes upfield. Bennett Spronk gets his 7th touchdown of this season. Really nice job. He's been a guy that's come on well here as of late. Kakmarinski did a great job of eluding the pressure and finding him in the open space. And, kind of a broken play. It's not a pretty touchdown, but, man, it's 6 points. All right, they'll take it any way they can get it. And, man, they're still talking to figure this one out. I'm not really sure what this flag is.
The official just came over to ask Coach Kakmarinski.
Yeah.
It's going to be declined, whatever it is, and the touchdown's going to stand. After the play, sideline, that's the 2nd sideline warning on Central Decatur, so that results in a 15-yard penalty. But the touchdown's going to count.
Yep.
It'll be Sprunk from Kakmarinski from 8 yards out, making it 6-0, and Fancher's extra point will make it 7-0. Pella Christian leads it 7-0 with 5:53 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Concrete. Please call my dad today. We need you to keep him busy so he doesn't end up at home all day driving us crazy and ruining our fun.
This is Jeff Dingaman with Dingaman Concrete. Now is the time to address those projects around your home or business, whether it's tearing out and replacing your driveway or parking lot or pouring all new. Call me, Jeff Dingaman with Dingaman Concrete, where quality comes first.
Please call my dad today.
Rain, hail, and high winds. Marion County and all of south central Iowa has felt Mother Nature do her thing lately. But how do you know if your roof has sustained any hail or wind damage? Check with a roofing professional, Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction. They'll inspect your roof free of charge, and if you have damage, they'll give you a free estimate and let you know what it's going to cost. And did you know most damage to your roof from hail and wind is covered under insurance? Call Jamie Holmes at Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction today. Call 641-891-7079. Mid-Iowa Painters and Construction, the roofing pros.
Now that life's getting back to a bit of normalcy, isn't it time to have some fun again? And there's not much in Pella that's more fun than the Fun Zone Arcade at the Pella Pizza Ranch. We have tons of the newest, coolest, funnest games around. Let the kids have some fun after enjoying dinner at the ranch. Or schedule their next birthday party at the Fun Zone. Heck, do both. Have some fun at the Fun Zone Arcade at the Pella Pizza Ranch today.
Whoa, that's good.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Pella Christian just took a 7-0 lead with 5:35 remaining in the first quarter over the Central Decatur Cardinals. And it was a nice touchdown pass from Isaac Kekmerinsky to Bennett Sprunk. You're listening to Pella Christian Football powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream. Knoxville Pella. Bank Iowa supports Pella Christian and Pella High Athletics by donating $20 to the Booster Club for every touchdown during every home game this season. Go Eagles from Bank Iowa. Matthew Booth will line up 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs, 1 on either side of him. They hand it off up the middle. Didn't catch a number there as there was a lot of bodies around there. And it looked like it's number 44. I think that's
it's Champ Walker who got the carry there, and Austin Mazzola and a crew of Eagles were there to swallow that one up. And, you know, it's interesting, right? I mean, we talked about how much Central Decatur likes to throw the ball. One of the leaders in the state in pass attempts, and so far it's been a lot. I don't even think they have a single pass. Yeah,
they haven't thrown the ball yet tonight.
They've ran it 4 times.
Yeah, they run the ball 4 times. They put Matthew Booth in the slot here. Champ Walker in the backfield as the quarterback here, and 2 running backs in the backfield with him. They're gonna run they're gonna try a triple option, and it doesn't work. And a nice tackle by Ty Vandermolen there. Brings down Champ Walker, but Walker is hurt.
Yeah.
That did not look like it looked like a very awkward tackle. Hopefully Walker is okay. Not putting any weight on that right leg. And now he is. He's going to try and limp towards the Central Decatur sideline, but a nice tackle there from Ty Vandermolen.
Yeah, it was actually Peyton Ritzert.
That was Ritzert.
Yeah, it was number 10. He actually came down from his strong safety position and got outside, usually where that corner would be, but he did a nice job of making a play in the backfield. Central Decatur trying to get a little fancy there, running some different stuff, and it looked like they were kind of out of rhythm there from the start. But 3rd and 16, now they're going to have to go to the air.
Yeah, you would imagine they would go to the air at this point anyways. Matthew Booth is going to line up back at quarterback. 3 receivers lined up tight. He's going to roll right. He is going to pass. It's tipped up in the air. It's intercepted. What a play. That is...
It's Jack Fancher, number 5.
That is Jack Fancher. I thought it was number 5. I didn't want to say it, though, and give credit to the wrong kid. Jack Fancher with an incredible interception there. Made a nice play to tip that ball up into the air and then came away with it. Sets the Eagles up in great field position at the 26-yard line with 4:27 remaining in the first quarter with a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, they went to the air and... They completed it to the wrong team, so 0 for 1 is a pick there for Central Decatur, but give credit to Jack Fancher that time for making a big-time play. He kind of works in a rotation in the backfield, and he's making a case. That's an interception on back-to-back weeks there for Jack.
Yep, two receivers to the right, one to the left. Kakmarinsky's going to fake the handoff to Schurz. He's going to flip it out into the flat for Bo Bush, who's going to take it down and get Pella Christian inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone to the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
so
Bo Bush.
20-yard catch.
Yeah, nice job. Bo Bush has kind of been working in at tight end. He's played a little quarterback this year. That's his biggest play on the receiving end. Really nice job as he kind of leaked out, got him in some space. And, moving the chains even when the play doesn't work out that well, that's good offense.
That it does. Kakmarinsky, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll hand it off to Schurz, who's going to get it down to the 4, but not much running room inside the tackles there.
Man, you get inside the 5-yard line here, you just want to punch it in, but it seems like the Eagles have struggled to come up with any touchdown not of the Isaac Kakmarinsky variety. Benny Schurz is doing such an awesome job this year. He runs really hard. He's just having a hard time getting into the end zone. Usually this is where Isaac is going to take care of it.
He does run hard. 2 receivers on either side of Kakmarinsky. He is going to look to throw. He wanted to throw. He's going to just throw it up for Mulder. Nice defense there by Matthew Booth in the end zone. It's incomplete, so 3.5 minutes remaining. It'll now be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for Pella Christian. He was looking Mulder the whole way, never took his eyes off of Mulder really. And Mulder, you would like to get that completed with the 6'8" frame that Mulder possesses, but just really good defense there by Matthew Booth.
Yeah, he was all over him.
There.
Really good defense.
Yep, 2 receivers to the right as well as Bo Bush at tight end. Mulder out at the left. Kakmarinsky will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Pella Christian, 13-0 with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. That was too easy.
He's had 14 touchdowns, 7 each of the past 2 weeks. So 14 touchdowns in 2 weeks. And early on here in the first quarter, the first 10 minutes of play or so, he's already got 2 of them as he went to the air. The first time to Bennett Spronk, and this time Kakmarinsky keeps it. Great job by the offensive line. Owen Menninga there at left tackle laid an awesome block to kick his man out. Wide open hole. Isaac gets a lot of credit, but I tell you what, me or you could have scored that touchdown.
Absolutely could have. Jack Fancher puts the PAT through Pella Christian. 14, Central Decatur 0 with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, where Pella Christian leads it 14-0 with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Van Haften Plumbing and Heating helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Van Haften Plumbing and Heating and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help you improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Look them up online in your favorite search engine, then rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
Our providers and staff at Pella Regional Health Center are inspired by prevention. We believe early detection of breast cancer is important as it increases a woman's chance of survival. At Pella Regional Health Center, women can get their low-dose 3D mammogram for breast cancer screening. Clinical studies have shown that a 3D mammogram is more accurate, finding serious cancers 40% earlier. To schedule your 3D mammogram at Pella Regional Health Center, call 628-6620.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Central Decatur currently returning this kick. A couple of broken tackles. He's out to the 35 and down at the 37 or 38-yard line. We'll wait for the official spot there, but a nice return there. I didn't catch the number there, trying to keep track of, make sure another ad didn't run.
It's Tyke Hollinger that time. Tyke Hollinger, number 3, who caught it at about the goal line. Did a really nice job. Got off to the right side, and looked like the Eagles were there to wrap him up at maybe the 20-yard line. He squirted through and got another 11 yards. I thought he must have stepped out of bounds at the 31-yard line. As Central Decatur takes its 3rd possession now. And they haven't picked up a first down yet. You know, they really need to find a way to get their offense rolling.
Yeah, they got to find some sort of offense here, as Pella Christian is on defense for the 3rd attempt, and I haven't given up a first down yet. Booth is going to go to the air. He's looking. He doesn't have much. He's rolling out. He's just going to flip this one out of bounds there. Chased out by number 54, which that's Spencer Verploeg.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. He kind of works in a little bit on defensive end. Trevor Veenster got in the backfield there too, that forced him out to the right side, and Verploeg forced Booth out of bounds, and he did a nice job just to throw it away and live to fight another down. But anytime you can get a pass rush with just 3 or 4 guys, I think you're setting your defense up for success, and that's what they did there.
Yeah, let's take a look at a Dingaman Concrete game reset. It's 14-0 with 3:08 remaining in the first quarter here on the KRLS 2-stream. Pella Christian leads Central Decatur 14-0. The toss is out to Champ Walker. He is met 5 yards in the backfield. Take that back. That's going to be 6 yards in the backfield, 7 yards. If the side judge just kept walking backwards there, had me lost there, but it's going to be a loss of 7. It'll be 3rd and 17. Pella Christian just flying around the field right now.
Yeah, that was a really good job. I think it was Andrew Van Gort from his nose tackle who ended up making the tackle. But, you know, they're going to the ground game, and, you know, Champ Walker obviously has some speed, but he's trying to get a little fancy back there, making some cuts, and you know, the Eagles are just there. They're really disciplined right now defensively.
Yeah, Matthew Booth is looking. He's looking to the outside. Ty Vandermolen knocks that ball away around midfield. And 4th and 17, Central Decatur are going to be forced to punt again.
Yeah, they might have negative yardage right now at this point, because that's back-to-back drives that have moved backwards. You know, that time they really had a nice play as Matthew Booth put that right on Hollinger. He couldn't quite haul it in as Eric Moeller and Ty Vandermolen came down and hit him as he tried to catch the ball.
Yeah, by the way, we just took a Dingaman Concrete game reset. Matthew Booth, another short punt. Mulder trying to track it down. He thought about picking it up. He's going to let it roll instead. It'll land inside the 35, and Central Decatur is going to try and wave their arms, trying to give a little bit of momentum to the ball so it'll keep rolling, but it rolls down inside the 35. Pella Christian will take over on downs at the 33-yard line, and the offense has finally found its stride after only picking up 1 first down on that first drive and stalling out around midfield and being forced to punt. They have found their stride and scored on the last 2 possessions here, which is a good start. Let's take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard really quickly. None of our other games have started. We were the only 7 o'clock kickoff.
There you go.
So when we get some scores in, we will do that. That was Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader was Marion County Bank. As Kakmarinsky is going to fumble the ball.
Yeah, he got back on top of it. That time, you know, they run that all seams play, but the problem is Central Decatur brought a 6-man blitz, you know, and the Eagles only got 5 guys there blocking. So obviously someone's running in free, and, you know, Kakmarinsky couldn't even find somebody to drop it off to, try to scramble a little bit, fumble. Thankfully he fell on it, but that's a really bad first down play, and a good job by Central Decatur. They keep coming with that blitz and bringing pressure.
Yeah, and Central Decatur's defensive front has been really good. Kakmarinsky's got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to fake the handoff. He's got some room. He's going to make one guy miss, tiptoe his way out across the 40 and down to the 45. That's a gain of 21 and a first down for the Pella Christian Eagles here, who, as we mentioned, their offense has started to figure some things out. They'll await this. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. An 8-yard touchdown pass from Isaac Kakmarinsky to Bennett Sprunk started our scoring, made it 7-0, and then a 4-yard walk-in touchdown by Isaac Kakmarinsky made it 14-0 here in the first quarter. That was, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kakmarinsky's going to hand it off to Schurz. He's got nowhere to go. As the big man in the middle, Tegan Carson, slams down Benny Schurz, and we're going to get a vision for less timeout of some sort.
Yep.
Yeah, vision for less timeout here by Pella Christian. So we've got 1:18 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 14-0. Eagles lead it over the Central Decatur Cardinals. Sorry, the band playing there kind of distracted me a little bit. They wasn't ready for that big glitch because we haven't had, in the few games that I've called for PC, they haven't had the band because they've been on the road for both games. And and called a couple Pleasantville games, and the band doesn't play.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you here and good energy here from the crowd, and they've obviously liked what they've seen here in the first quarter. They got a 14-0 score. Coach Cack taking a timeout here. I think he's probably frustrated with their ability to get the ground game going. It looked like there was some miscommunication up front. So he's going to call a timeout, clear some things up. You know, you want to be able to, you get up 14-0, you want to be able to keep it going, right?
Yeah, you don't want to keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah, you don't want to relax. You know that Central Decatur can put some points on the board, so you know, he wants his guys to stay focused and play well here.
Kakmarinsky takes the shotgun snap at the 40. He's going to throw it out on a hitch to Mulder, who's going to try that stiff arm again.
Yeah.
It didn't work the third time on Booth there, as he is brought down at midfield at the 50-yard line. So a gain of 5 makes it 3rd and 5, or 3rd and manageable, as most coaches would refer to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But nice little quick out there for the Eagles, and it'll be 3 receivers lined up to the right, with Veenstra being the inside slot receiver. Mulder to the left, Benny Schurz in the backfield with Kakmarinsky. Veenstra's going to motion in as the tight end now. Schurz will motion in the running back spot. Kakmarinsky's going to run right. He's going to make a cut upfield. He'll spin down. They're going to mark him at the 47-yard line, so a gain of 4. I take that back. They mark it at the 46.
Yeah.
And so it's a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th and 1 from the 46-yard line of Central Decatur. Pella Christian takes another timeout. I'm a little confused
here.
here.
So I think with 21 seconds to go, I think the idea here is that you get the wind. You know, it's because that play clock could have ran down, you know, and you could have gotten to the end of the quarter. 4th and 1, I don't imagine the wind playing a huge role unless you're trying to punt it, which maybe the Eagles are trying to do. But I think 4th and 1 here at the 46-yard line, I would expect the Eagles to go for it. Now they get the wind for one more play. Yeah, it was kind of a curious timeout. You don't really see that very often. It felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, and now that's the second timeout already used by the Eagles.
We have a new player in who's wearing a number that is not on the roster. I'm not 100% sure who it is.
Yeah, they go to this big package, and Austin Zolan,
that's who
mixes in, or at the beginning of the year, he mixed in at the offensive line, and Coach Cack wanted to get a few more big bodies on the field, so he put a number 4 on him and called him a tight end.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right here. Kakmarinsky's going to motion Veenstra across from left to right. He's going to run it right. Kakmarinsky gets it out over the 45, and a big pileup at the 43, and that is where Kakmarinsky will be rolled down, but it's enough for a Pella Christian first down, as the fans appreciating what is going on here between the Eagles and the Cardinals. Kakmarinsky will now line up. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's looking. He's going to roll out to the left. He's going to fire one deep to Veenstra. Off the head. And Cooper Sprunk unable to, or Benny Schurz unable to get there and track that one down. But Veenstra had a chance on that ball. That was a nice throw by Kakmarinsky to end the first quarter. We will get ready for quarter number 2 here on the KRLS 2 stream at Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Right after this, we'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzambek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Auto owners make sense for you.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawberry Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service.
Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
We're back on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Kakmarinsky's going to run it. He's got some space. He's down inside the 10, 5, touchdown Kakmarinsky. Sorry about, there was a little bit of confusion here. There was a cord that was giving us some problems, so we tried to change that out to see if something, we could help fix some of that stuff as Kakmarinsky takes it 31 yards for the Eagles touchdown. Like I said, we were trying to catch up there. We accidentally ran the ads a little long because of that technical difficulty, but we're hoping we got it fixed here.
Yeah, we had a little Drew Geedings catch in there for about 10 yards to begin the quarter, and that time Kakmarinsky kept it. A little misdirection in the backfield, jets down the right sideline and puts it in for 6.
And Fancher's field goal is up, and I didn't see a signal,
good,
but I assume it's good. And there was only one ref standing down there. He didn't give any signal, but 11:33, remains in the second quarter here. 21-0, Pella Christian. It's been all Eagles here tonight. As you mentioned a little bit earlier, I think that you might be correct in thinking that Central Decatur may have negative yards. They have not done much offensively tonight, and they've tried to run the ball a lot more than I expected. They did not have very many rushing attempts when I was looking through the stats.
Right.
They throw the ball a lot.
And I'm guessing that's probably got to be a scouting thing, that they kind of looked at Pella Christian and said, well, I mean, look at last week. Cardinal of Eldon was a team that likes to go to the air and pick up chunk plays, and they got nothing, right? I mean, the PC defense was all over them. So they maybe thought, you know what, let's try to pull one of the Sigourney Keota, pull one out of their playbook and put it on the ground a little bit more, but this defense has been all over the field. Just setting their offense up for really good field position over and over and over, and that's why it's 21-0. I mean, give the offense some credit, but this Pella Christian defense is really finding a good rhythm and shutting teams down of a variety of different offenses.
Yeah, Fancher's kickoff is going to go short. That's number 88, who's in the open field. He is going to get across midfield. That short little pooch kick didn't work out for the Eagles like they were hoping. 88 is Jack Scrivener.
Yeah, he's an up man. He probably wasn't back there thinking, well, I'm going to return a kick right here. But a little squib kick, he picked it up and obviously ran with it really well. And I think he's a receiver too, so he's a guy who knows what to do when he has the ball in his hands. And a nice little return there from Central Decatur. And we talked about some negative yardage offensively, but this is by far the best field position they've had, and they're going to be looking to find a way to get something going.
That they are on low snap. Booth looking to go somewhere. He's going to lose more yardage. That's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 47-yard line there. They started at the 45. It'll be a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. We've got a Strauber Cellular instant radio update. Our first one of the night here. Clear Creek Amana takes a 3-0 lead over Pella in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that first down play there, you mentioned moving backwards. Again, it's the snap. That's something that they're going to have to get figured out. But 3 different Eagles were all over that one. Got in the backfield, made a big play, sets up 2nd and long here. And while Central Decatur's looking deep.
And they've got a man. He's going to cut back. He's going to fall back at the 9-yard line. Sorry, was checking to make sure we were still good on our technical difficulties. But that's going to be a huge pass completion there. I believe that was Ty Hollinger, the big play man for the Cardinals, who made that catch and got them inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
Yeah, that was a big-time throw there from Booth. He's been seeing pressure every time he's dropped back, and that time he looked it right in the eye and darted that one out to the left side, and Hollinger was able to run underneath it. Obviously a huge play. Now they're inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, and they feel like they got some momentum.
Yep, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff's going to go to Walker. He's not going to go anywhere. It'll be a gain of
loss.
No, I guess it's not a gain. It's dead even, back to 10.
Yeah, really good job there from the defense to plug that one up. Pella Christian is thinking shutout right now, right? You're up 21-0. Obviously, the offense has been humming, and you got to think, we can't let them score. Even though they gave up the big play, they're going to be motivated here to see if they can keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like a miscommunication on the backfield a little bit. Booth is going to look to pass. He does have a man, but he threw it a little wide of the receiver, number 10, which is Trey Hollinger. We've got our answer on which number he is wearing tonight. And that is... Oh, and we got holding on Central Decatur. Back him up 10 yards, so it'll be second and goal from the... I assume they're going to back him up 10. We'll see.
Yeah, I think they would. You know,
second and 20.
The nice thing about backing him up, you know, in the high school game, you know, not only is it 10 yards, but you're thinking, you know, at this point, it backs him up in terms of kicking the field goal.
Yep.
Right at the 10-yard line, Central Decatur's made a couple field goals. They're probably comfortable if they don't get in the end zone, they can kick it. But now when you back them up to the 20, you're thinking, okay, if we can get a couple stops here, they may be in a tough spot on fourth down as the field goal may no longer be an option.
Yeah, so second and goal from the 20-yard line here. Not good position to be in. If you're Central Decatur, they're going to run like a triple flea or a reverse into flea flicker, and the receiver drops the ball as Mulder comes up with a big hit. There was like a ton of action going on in the backfield. It was a great trick play. They had a receiver open, and he just dropped it in the end zone. So third and goal from the 20.
Man, you know when that play call came in, they were all excited, like, oh man, we've been working on this play. They handed it off to the running back. The running back, Walker, pitches it to Hollinger, who's the wide receiver, who runs to the left side, pitches it back to the quarterback, Matthew Booth, who threw it downfield to the other Hollinger, wasn't able to come up with it in the back of the end zone. But man, what a play, just about pulled it off. Going to set up third and goal from the 20.
That it will. As Booth is going to look for the swing pass, he's going to throw it out there to Hollinger, who makes a nice catch. He'll gain a yard, but nothing further.
Man.
It'll be third and goal from the 19. Hollinger comes up a little bit worse for the wear, looking at that right knee. We've got a flag down in the area of where that happened. I'm going to imagine we're going to get another hold here.
Yeah.
I would wonder if Pella Christian takes this or if they're just like, go ahead and try the field goal from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I would imagine this is going to be declined. But, yeah, you know, maybe you push him back. It looks like he's going to.
It looks like he is, so we're going to get another third and goal. This one's going to be from, like, I think, assuming this is a block in the back, so 15 yards.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's tough for Central Decatur. You know, you had that one big play. You know, and sometimes when you get those big plays, you're thinking, we got to put it in the end zone. Looks just like blocking the back in high school must just be 10 yards. I thought it was 15 too, but they back them up 10 yards, and now they're back all the way back at the 29-yard line. So most of that big play has been erased, and now they got third and goal from the 29, and they're going to need another one. They're going to need another big play or some gadget play to find a way to put the ball in the end zone. But this Eagles defense is all over the place.
Yeah, we got another flag as Booth is just going to throw this one up. And it's incomplete again, but we got another flag, as we said, on third and goal from the 29. Really quickly, we've got a Strouver Cellular Instant Radio update. ADM over Knoxville in the first quarter of that game, 7:41 in the first, and then PCM up 8-0 on Roland Story with 5:53 remaining in the first quarter. We're waiting on the results of the flag. They're going to walk almost all the way over to find out what we're going to get again. It's a legal motion on Central Decatur. Back him up again.
I feel like
third and goal from the 34. This is
at this point, Coach Gacke just wants to see his defense play a little bit more because that was, you know, third and goal from the 34, fourth and goal from the 29, and he chose third and goal from the 34. You know, this defense has been awesome,
by
right?
the time they're done throwing all the flags, they'll be back where the big play happened from. Booth is going to throw this one up. He got hit as he threw. Two Eagles converged trying to make the pick. Nothing there. And the receiver not very thrilled about the coverage. Thought he maybe got interfered with. That is not the case. So fourth and goal from the 34.
What do you do?
I think they're sending out the punt team.
Yeah,
here.
you have to.
I think Booth is at the 34. This is one of the. This is got to be pretty rare to send the punt team out on fourth and goal.
How about that? No doubt about it. This might be a first for me, Tyler. I'm so glad you brought it up. It was fourth and goal, and the punt team is on. That is outstanding.
I think they just called a timeout, but the fourth and goal, and we're gonna see a punt. This This has got to be super rare. I would love to know the odds of that happening.
I hope they don't change their mind. You know, they take a timeout. They're probably going, wait a second. Let's think about this. Let's do something different. But, man, this would be awesome if they're punting on 4th and goal.
Yeah, that's another vision for last time out, brought to you by the Central Decatur football team. That is, but, yeah, just a weird sequence of events going on here. While we have a minute, let's take a look at in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Isaac Kakmarinsky, once again, putting on a clinic here through one half of football. He has an 8-yard passing touchdown to Bennett Sprunk, and then a 4-yard touchdown run and a 31-yard touchdown run. That is how he got to 21-0. There's 9:12 remaining in the second quarter. Pella Christian leads it 21-0. It looks like they did change their mind.
Man, they changed their mind.
So we're
That's
not going to actually
unfortunate.
get to see the punt. That was in case you missed it, presented by the Tri-County Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. And Matthew Booth is going to look to pass. He's going to have to go to the end zone. He's looking deep. He's looking. He's trying to find anybody. He takes a big hit as he lets that ball go. And it was in the hands of one of the Hollingers. That is Trey Hollinger. And it is not caught. And Booth took a big shot there as he let that ball go. Looked like one of the Central Decatur players did not enjoy the hit made on his quarterback. But to that I would say, if you don't want your quarterback hit, protect him a little bit, a little bit more. You know, and you know, I don't say that to be negative about the kid, but you know, that was one of the defensive linemen who came all the way down the play and made the tackle there on Booth as he let that ball go. You know, so maybe keep him on the line of scrimmage so that that quarterback doesn't take that hit. But Kakmarinsky will come back out for the Pella Christian offense with 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter with a 21-0 lead. 2 receivers left, a tight end to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Kakmarinsky's going to roll to his left. He's got a little bit of space. He'll get it out for a gain of about 4 yards to the they're actually going to give him 5 to the 40, or they're going to give him 6, excuse me, to the 40, so it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 40-yard line here for Kakmarinsky. And he will have 3 receivers line up to his right. Schurz will line up in the slot.
It's actually Cooper Sprunk. Yeah, they're getting a freshman mixed in there a little bit here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and so it'll be 2 to the left.
Oh boy.
And we definitely got definitely a false start or something. I don't think they were trying to send Sprunk in motion, and the snap came back, and there's a lot of confusion on that play, as I think Sprunk was a little disappointed. And just with the changing hands at the running back spot there, a little bit of confusion as Sprunk now will line up he's going to line up with Kakmarinsky in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right again, 1 to the left. Kakmarinsky will motion Sprunk, who will step up in pass protection. He's going to look for Mulder down the sideline, and we're going to get pass interference there big time on Matthew Booth, who just, rather than, he looked like he was going to play the ball, there was just I don't know who threw the last flag.
Well, you know, we're going to get
just got an amazing throw.
Well, no, we're going to get a pass interference, and then the side judge who made the pass interference call actually threw a second flag. So in case you didn't know, they're carrying 2 flags. Trey Hollinger, who plays safety, was pretty upset and I think made a comment here. So we're going to get the pass interference yardage, and then we're going to tack on another 15 yards for a personal foul here. So, you know, Central Decatur has really racked up a lot of penalties, really hurting themselves as they keep, you know, we saw offensively they went way back after they had that big play, and now you're giving the Eagles more and more chances. You can't do that.
Yeah, so Pella Christian just had the ball on their own 35. The pass interference plus the taunting, or it looks like taunting, but it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Pella Christian's going to now have the ball at the Central Decatur 35. So quite the change in field position there as they flip the field.
Yeah, 30 yards of penalties as pass interference in high school is just an automatic 15 no matter where it is, and then you tack on another 15 on the personal foul.
Yeah, so we got 2 receivers.
Big play.
Yeah, exactly. That is a huge play. Kakmarinsky will line up in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. And Sprunk will be in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him. Kakmarinsky's going to roll to his left. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He's taken out of bounds at the 20-yard line. First down, Pella Christian. Nice run there by Isaac Kakmarinsky. And we now have a Central Decatur Cardinal down on the play. We will be right back. We're gonna step away because we have a vision for less timeout here with the injury. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1, or not 92.1, the KRLS2 stream at the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Have you spent a lot of time looking at the inside of your house lately, thinking it could use some updates? Pingle's Home Store of Pella has what you're looking for, from new furniture to floor, decor, and more. From a total style overhaul to simple updates, see what Pingle's has in store for you. If you need personal help to see your vision realized, ask our own interior designer, Lori. Make an appointment today. Stop by Pingle's Home Store or visit pingleshome.com. Discover dependability. Real people, real service, real dependability. Pingle's Home Store.
We're back here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. A Stryver Cellular Instant Radio Update, Clear Creek and Amana up 3-0 on Pella at the end of the first quarter, but the Dutch are in the red zone. So for our PC fans listening, Pella is up there in Clear Creek and Amana playing that game. Kakmarinsky's going to look to pass. He's got Mulder in the end zone. It's a touchdown. Pella Christian, 20-yard completion from Kakmarinsky to Mulder as Pella Christian takes a 27-0 lead for the moment as Kakmarinsky and Mulder connect for 27 yards.
Yeah, it was Matthew Booth on the last play who went down for an injury for Central Decatur, and he's the corner that's been guarding Eric Mulder and doing an outstanding job here tonight. Also the quarterback, so hopefully he's okay. But when he's out, they went right to the guy who subbed in for him as they find Mulder, and a really nice pass from there from Kakmarinsky. Just the variety of offense really paying off here for PC.
Absolutely. PC takes a 28-0 lead on the Jack Fancher extra point, and the Eagles dominating here in this one. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel here with the Eagles leading 28-0 with 8:33 remaining in the second quarter.
If you want beautiful flowers next spring, and you know you do, now's the time to plant bulbs. And we have just what you are looking for at Blumenhof. Of course we have tulip bulbs. I mean, come on, it's Pella. But we also have daffodil, hyacinth, and allium for some variety.
What about those upside-down tulips I saw earlier this year at Tulip Time?
Those are actually fritillaria, and we have those bulbs too. So get into De Blumenhof now, and in the spring, you'll be happy you did.
De Blumenhof. Get your color's worth.
Hi, this is Tracy Gaffman with Two Rivers Co-op. We'd like to remind area residents to be aware of the farm machinery on the roads this harvest season. When you're on your way to work, to a meeting, or to a ball game, you might get frustrated driving behind a slow-moving piece of equipment. Please be patient, don't take unnecessary risks, and we'll all get to our destination safely. Two Rivers Co-op with offices in Pella, Otley, Monroe, and Tracy.
The home and field advantage, Two Rivers Co-op.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, where Pella Christian leads at 28-0 with 8:33 remaining in the second quarter, and Fancher will...
Yeah, they blow it dead because they were offsides on the kick. Just the timing, little things like that. The kickoff team has kind of been a struggle here for PC, and they're trying to get down there quickly. And it's like, you got to stay behind the line there, buddy. As I think there was a couple different Eagles who were offsides there, and I was wondering. I'm looking right down the 40-yard line, thinking, is he going to call that one? And sure enough, it's going to move the Eagles back 5 yards.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Pella trailing 3-0. They're up 7-3 now in the second quarter. Carlisle is up on Norwalk 6-0. ADM up 21-0 on Knoxville, and PCM up 8-0 on Roland Story. Kickoff this time is a short one recovered at midfield by the Cardinals. Fancher looked like was trying to catch him off guard with something there, but that was a Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Look at that. The Marion County financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They are serving you and building community across the county. So, got quite a few games going on. Still have not heard on the Indianola game. We will hope to get that score, get something from that game, although who knows, that game may be very low scoring because you got number 3 versus number 6 up there, Bondurant Farrar in town. But it looks like Matthew Booth is back on the field for Central Decatur. He'll take the snap in the 50. He's going to run it up the middle. He's going to get out to the 42-yard line is where they're going to mark him at. So a gain of 8 there. Probably one of the better plays for Central Decatur all the night.
That's the best run they've had all night. And, sometimes it's the simple things. In football and in any sport, you got to do the simple things. Well, that time they've done some misdirection stuff, but that time Booth just grabbed the ball and ran it right behind his center, found some room, found a little hole, picked up about 7 yards, and a really nice play there on first down from the Cardinals.
Yep, Booth is going to roll to his right. He's looking for a receiver. He's got no one. Oh my goodness. Peyton Ritzert almost made an outstanding catch. I think we're going to get roughing the passer here on PC. As Booth let that ball go, he took a big hit from, I believe that is Josiah Deal is what it looks like, is who that penalty will be on. We won't get the official confirmation, but he's the one who's looking disappointed because of the call, and it is going to be roughing the passer, so it'll be an automatic first down here for Central Decatur, and they will get good field position based on that penalty. It'll put them at the 27-yard line, just outside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
Yeah, it was Joe Deal there who got hit with the penalty. Obviously it's so hard when you're a defender. You get excited about a chance to make a sack. He gives it up. You still run through it. I thought it was a good call, but always a tough one for the defense.
Matthew Booth running it again. He's up in the middle. There's a big scrum. Looks more like rugby on that play there, as the big pile will untangle, and it'll be down to about the 17-yard line. So a gain. No, that can't be right. That's the 22-yard line. If I could do math, that's working the wrong way here with my math. But it's a gain of 5 for Central Decatur, who's, moving the ball with a little bit more presence here as they're going to hand it off. We got flags. This run won't count, I would imagine, unless this is offsides. But it was a gain of 4 for the time being for I believe that's number 29, Evan Wallace.
Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. We've seen a lot of flags here. And normally you expect to see that a little bit at the beginning of the year. This is the last regular season game, and there's been penalties on both sides, especially for Central Decatur. It seems like anytime they get some momentum, they've been moving backwards, and they will again here as there's an illegal formation.
Yep.
And again, we talked about the passing game. Central Decatur loves to pass the ball. They just have had no success going to the air.
Absolutely none. We will take a look at our Stryver Cellular Instant Radio updates following this play. 3 receivers to the left in a bunch formation, 1 to the right. Quarterback and running back in the backfield. That snap was on the ground the whole way to Booth. He's going to try to make something of it. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to get a flag. I don't know what the flag is for. I think it's going to. I'm wondering if it's going to be a late hit, because as Booth was going to the ground, there was a player who went deep or went low to make the tackle there. So I'm wondering if we're going to get a late hit. But I'm not officially sure. We're going to take a look at a Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update while we do that. Norwalk is up 7-6 on Carlisle in the second quarter. ADM up 21-0 on Knoxville at the end of the first quarter. The Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox starting the American League Conference Series. Yeah, we did get a late hit on PC there, but the American League Conference Championship Series in Major League Baseball starts tonight. The Astros leading the Red Sox 1-0 in the bottom of the second. PCM up 8-0 on Roland Story at the end of the first quarter. That is a Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update. And now Central Decatur with the ball inside the 15. On the 14, it'll be Devin Adams taking it up the middle. He's going to be fighting for first down yardage. Not quite there. He'll get to the 5. And Central Decatur back in the red zone once again for the second time. We'll see if they can keep it inside the red zone with this goal to go, with these opportunities here. One receiver to the left, bunch formation to the right. It'll be Devin Adams again trying to sneak his way through the middle. This time he's going backwards for a loss of 1 yard. 2 yards is where they're going to mark it, I think. They'll mark him all the way back at the 7. And Bo Bush is going to limp off the field here for Pella Christian. Not what you want to see if you're the Eagles. Not only has he been decent as a tight end for you tonight, but he's also your backup quarterback in the event of, at the rate that the PC offense is scoring, you may see the JV at some point. He would be the first option to come in for Kek Marinsky. But Devin Adams still in the backfield as a quarterback. He's going to look to throw. Ty Vandermolen never finds the football, and a touchdown there. Devin Adams throwing the touchdown. Little different look. I think that's Matthew Booth who caught the touchdown. Yeah, it was Matthew Booth. How about that?
Yeah, they went run with Adams taking those direct snaps, and I guess you kind of fall asleep thinking, yeah, they're going to keep running the football. He threw a nice little fade route, got it up high for his receiver, was able to haul it in. So a nice-looking play there from Central Decatur, and obviously they're excited to put some points up on the board here, even though they're down. Good-looking drive there from the Cardinals.
Yep, the extra point is good for the Cardinals. So 5:07 remaining in the second quarter. 28-7, Pella Christian leads it here on the KRLS 2 stream in the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And it was a 7-yard touchdown there for the Cardinals to score their first touchdown. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Quality products and the knowledge to help you make the best decisions. That's Mike Blom with Cabinet Design at Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry, who helped Vicki Hirma with her bathroom remodel.
I found a wooden countertop that was beautiful. He told me how that stains easy and the water on it might start looking not as nice. And he showed me the countertop options in his showroom. I found a beautiful choice that I think I actually love better.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design at Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
The belts in the car, snake and line, snake and line, snake and line. The belts in the car, snake and line at Central Tire and Auto.
A bad belt is bad news. Everything stops working and it can cause major damage to your engine. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and a new belt to snake and wind, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. It'll be Caleb Jansen kicking it off for Central Decatur here. That one's going to go on the ground out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So Pella Christian will get good field position to start this next drive after giving up their first touchdown and losing the shutout that I believe that they were hoping they would get after seeing how the first quarter played out. But 5:07 remaining here in the second quarter as they will set up from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the Eagles offense got stalled on the first drive. If you remember, we picked up a first down and some things were looking good, but ultimately weren't able to put points on the board. But since then, it's been all Eagles, and they really haven't been even in any third downs. I can't even recall too many big third down plays. It just seems like the Eagles have gotten whatever they wanted. And, that's the threat that Pella Christian causes for teams is there's just so many different ways that this offense tries to beat you, right? You're preparing for so many different things, whether it's the running back or Kek Marinsky in the backfield and obviously the weapons on the outside.
That is very accurate. We've got a little bit of confusion here among what's going on with the.
Well, I think there's a little confusion on where the ball would be placed. Normally, the ball goes to the 40-yard line whenever it's kicked out of bounds. But in this case, Central Decatur actually kicked from 5 yards back because they got called for offside. So maybe they thought they'd get it at the 45, but it looks like they're going to stick with the 40.
Yep, and Kakmarinsky's going to roll to his left. He's going to look for Mulder, who's going to make the catch at midfield. That tackle looked a little bit awkward there. I'm sure that made you worried a little bit as the basketball coach for, seeing an awkward landing like that. But he's going to get it across midfield to the 49 for a gain of about 11.
Yeah, good-looking play there to get Kakmarinsky to the outside, finding his receivers.
Yep, he's going to roll to the right this time. He's going to flip it out to, I think that was Giddings, but that one falls incomplete this time.
I love it. Yeah, that play looked really good, running to the left to the wide side of the field. So let's run it right back to the right to the wide side of the field. Looked like you might have had Giddings. The pass was a little bit low, and Giddings wasn't able to corral it. So that's going to be an incompletion and bring up 2nd and 10.
That it is, as Kakmarinsky gets ready to line up. Dingham and Concrete game reset. It's 28-7. Pella Christian leads at 5:45 in the first quarter. Eric Mulder with a big stiff arm is going to get it out to the 40 there, as he finally got the stiff arm to work on Booth that time. But that is a Dingham and Concrete game reset where quality comes first. Call Jeff Dinghaman at 621-1611 for Dingham and Concrete. So, as we mentioned, 4:39 remaining in the second quarter, 28-7. Pella Christian leads it.
Yeah, moved into Cardinals territory here at the 42-yard line. It's 3rd and 3. This is a big play, right? We said there hasn't been many third downs. Well, here's one. And
that is the case. It's going to be a run.
Man, it looked like Kakmarinsky faked that sweep. It looked like he was going to get into the open field, and he would have had a lot of room. He might still be running if he could have broken that tackle. But it was Caleb Jensen who was doing a really nice job there for Central Decatur, who was able to wrap up the junior and bring up a 4th and 1 here for the Eagles.
It is 4th and 1 from the 40-yard line. 4:12 remaining in the second quarter. 28-7. Pella Christian leads it. Kakmarinsky is going to motion Veenstra to the right. And Kakmarinsky is going to follow right behind him. He's going to break across to the 30 for a big 10-yard gain there on 4th and 1. That's clearly enough for another Eagles first down, as Kakmarinsky did a nice job there of trying to of breaking through the.
Yeah, and I love it. They got the big fellas. They got 7 offensive linemen out there right now, and that's an area of depth for Pella Christian that usually you don't have an opportunity to exploit. Right now, they're going with it. They're going to bring in the big fellas.
Yep, Kakmarinsky's looking for Mulder. Over the shoulder catch by Mulder. Nice catch down inside the 10-yard line. A pickup of 23 yards. Got it down to the 7. Nice catch there by Mulder, tracking it over the shoulder.
Yeah, a little eye candy there, right? We bring in all this big size. We're going to run it right down your throat. Nope, we're going to throw it up over the top. Really nice catch over the shoulder there from Mulder. Now inside the 10-yard line. You want to finish it off on the ground.
Yep, Kakmarinsky's going to motion Veenstra to the right. I would imagine Kakmarinsky will run it right. He will. He doesn't have much of a hole. He's going to try and power his way up. He's going to get to the 6 for a gain of 1, it appears. But, just the whole... There was just a sliver of a hole there.
Yeah, the Cardinals have seen enough of that play, right?
Yeah.
They're going, when Veenstra motions, we know where this play is going. They're going to run behind all that big size. They're able to plug that one up. And really nice job defensively there from the Cardinals.
Yeah, they are. And Scherz will motion to the right. It's just Mulder at receiver. Veenstra's going to motion right again. They're going to go back to it. They're just like, we are sticking with it. Kakmarinsky's going to put the shoulder down.
Ball came
out at the end there. I haven't seen a signal, but it looks like they
got on top of it.
PC got it back there, Kakmarinsky.
Man, you got to be careful with those. You get inside the 5-yard line. Sometimes your tendency as a runner is to think, I'm going to stretch that ball out, right? I'm going to reach it across the goal line. Ooh, it's always a dangerous play.
It really is, as Kakmarinsky gets ready for this 3rd down snap. He's going to look to throw the fade to Mulder. And even with the tight coverage of Matthew Booth, Mulder makes the touchdown grab from 2 yards out. Kek-Marinsky to Mulder works for the second time tonight.
Yeah, back to back. The first one was a little fancier, right, as they went up over the top for a bigger play. This time they just needed a couple, and, that's always a safety option to throw it up to the big 6'8" Mulder, when you need a big play. And most of the time he's going to find a way to come down with it, and that's exactly what he did there.
Yeah, that'll make it 35-8 after the Fancher, or 35-7, excuse me, following the Fancher extra point. Pella Christian leads it 35-7 with 2:29 remaining in the second quarter here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Machining specialist Raymond Holdsworth enjoys the time with his coworkers outside of the plant.
The family fun events are good, when you see everybody's family. And years ago I started the archery tournament through here and a bags tournament, and we had the bowling. So that's always fun to do outside work instead of, seeing everybody at work. You see their families and everything.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting vermeer.com/careers.
Nobody covers the Eagles like KRLS. Live coverage of every football game, athletes and highlights on the radio sports page, Wednesday evenings at 6 and Thursday mornings at 10. The KRLS Radio Coaches Corner every Saturday morning at 9. Stories every day on air and online at KNIAKRLS.com. The Jeremy Dingaman Concrete Football Friday Night Radio Preview Show, Fridays at 4:30. And the Greg Young of Indianola Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show after the games. The one to count on for Pella Christian Eagles coverage, 92.1 KRLS.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Central Decatur returning it right now. A hole for Hollinger. He's going to get it out across the 40 down and returns it to almost midfield there. Nice return by Tyke Hollinger.
Yeah, give the Central Decatur receiving team some credit there to run that baby down, get some blocks out in front of him. Hollinger's got some good speed. Both of those Hollingers are big play guys for Central Decatur, and they maybe haven't gotten loose so much receiving the ball, which is usually what they're known for. But, Tyke Hollinger has made some big plays in the return game, and that's set up the Cardinals really well here. Again, they scored last drive when they had good field position, and now they're at their own 47-yard line, knocking on midfield, so they're going to be looking to put another touchdown on the board.
Yeah, they got the tight bunch set right next to the left tackle there, and they've got one to the right. Matthew Booth looking for a block to the outside. He's being chased down, and the tackle made by Isaac Kek-Marinsky there on the Cardinal sideline. Booth slow getting up. He's going to come off the field. They're going to put Adams probably back there again and try to run the football some more because they found some success rolling it out and running it. And it will be Adams as Booth is taking a beating tonight, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the football. But Adams will line up same formation except the bunch is to the right, receiver to the left. He's going to look to run it up the middle. Not as much room, and it looks like he'll gain about 2. And it'll be third and about 2 from the 45-yard line.
I tell you what, Adams is taking that direct snap and running it right up the middle. He's a violent runner. Austin Van was there to meet him in the hole, and he lowered his shoulder and tried to pick up those extra yards. Did a really nice job on 3rd and 2. I think I'd expect the same thing here. They'll probably keep the ball in Adams' hands.
Yep, Adams. Oh, we've got a lot of movement. It'll be, I don't know who moved first. That'll be the question here. It'll be a false start on Central Decatur. It'll back them up and make it 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and 2. Or the alternative there, the 1st and 10 on the offsides had it been on PC. But it goes against the Cardinals. I keep not wanting to say Cardinals because of last week with Cardinal of Eldon. It keeps throwing me off. But now Adams will take the ball. It'll be 35 to 7 with 1:42 remaining in the second quarter. As Booth comes back into the game, he's going to look to pass. He's going to deal with some pressure, so he's going to have to roll out. He's looking at the rush to make sure he's not going to take a big hit. He doesn't, as he does get brought down by Logan Kelderman, but it's an incomplete pass. So 4th and 7 with 1:31 remaining. It'll be interesting to see what Central Decatur does here from midfield.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it, right? I mean, they feel like they scored last time. You got to try. You got to go for it, right? I mean, you got to try to make some plays. Really nice job there by Booth, by the way. I mean, it was 3rd and 7, and he threw an incomplete pass, but just to evade the pressure, to get out into the open field, to keep his eyes downfield, he had nobody open. So the incomplete pass was a good play in that scenario.
Yeah, we do have a whistle here. Not sure what it is. Waiting for official confirmation as to why they believe is dead, but that'll give us time to do a Strawberry Cellular instant radio update. Indianola and Bonnaroo-Farrar, we mentioned we haven't heard from that game. 5-0 in the second quarter. Indianola leads Bonnaroo-Farrar. Weird football score, but we'll come back to some of those after this snap is going to be blown dead. Austin Van Sullen blew up that, he looked like he was going to blow up that play anyways, but the false start will move the Cardinals back another 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 12 now from the 45-yard line. I would imagine it looks like they're still going to try and go for this. I don't know. I don't know if I would try and go for this, because if you miss this, you're giving a high-powered offense really good field position with only 1:30 remaining here in the half. And Booth is going to look. He's looking deep. Doesn't have anybody. Now he loads up and fires into double coverage. Eric Mulder will knock that one out into the end zone. Well, he was going to try and catch it.
I know.
It actually works out better that he did it, because that would have been a really great punt for Central Decatur. But now PC gets the ball at the Central Decatur 45-yard line here with a 35-7 lead and a chance to make it 42-7 before we're all said and done.
I laugh. Those are just funny plays. I mean, football just brings up some funny situations. An interception is always good, and I see Coach Mapes on the sideline for Pella Christian talking to Eric like, buddy, you did not want to catch that ball. You know, DBs are always going to catch it because they want to get that interception.
They want the stat.
Right, but in that case, it was a really good thing that he did not haul that in. Is now, like you mentioned, the Eagles offense takes the field at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that would have pushed them backwards about 60 yards.
And they're going to look to score again here.
Yeah, they're going to fake the handoff to Schurz. They're going to hit. They're going to try to throw to Sprunk. And the throw looked something looked a little bit off on that throw. Well, he was maybe a little bit behind Sprunk and kind of bounced off Matthew Booth. There, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 45. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. PCM leads 22-8 over Roland Story in the second quarter. ADM up 35-0 on Knoxville. Nothing that Derek Hardwell is not used to at this point, unfortunately. Pella is up 14-3 on Clear Creek Amana in a game for second place. Kakmarinski rolls left. He finds Eric Mulder on the sideline. He steps out of bounds at the 35. And we're going to get a flag. Not 100% sure. It was a really weird whistle there, but Mulder checking on his legs there as somebody went low.
Man, I'm not 100% sure that he didn't start blowing the whistle before the play was even over. I have no idea.
I think he said that Mulder stepped out of bounds there.
Sure.
But the whistle was really quiet and late and kind of weird. But they're going to call a personal foul on Central Decatur, which is going to move Pella Christian even deeper.
Yeah, I think they're going to get all the way into the red zone here.
Yeah, that'll put Pella Christian
on that 15, right at the 20-yard line. Yeah,
that'll put Pella Christian inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone here. It'll put them right on the 20, so they just entered the red zone. So 1st and 10 from the 20, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left with a tight end to the left, and Schurz to the right, or no, that's Sprunk in the backfield. Kakmarinski's going to throw it for Geetings. That's going to go incomplete, though, to the outside, on the outside there, go out of bounds, as Kakmarinski will reset with 1:04 remaining here in the first half. 35-7, Pella Christian leads it over the Cardinals of Central Decatur. Isaac Kakmarinski has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to drop the snap and then just falls on it. we're going to get a vision for last time out here. I'd imagine that's going to be on Pella Christian. Coach Kekmarinsky probably not thrilled about what he just saw there. It looked like Isaac's feet got a little bit, and I don't say this in a negative way, but it looked like his feet were kind of stuck in some cement there. His feet just never moved, especially when he dove on the football. It looked like he just dove straight down, didn't really back up to make sure he got a good angle at getting down on the football there. But just an awkward-looking play there.
Yeah, coaches hate that, right? You work on your offense, you got all these nice things that you like, and then the snap, right? You can't get the snap, and I thought the snap was okay. Looks like Isaac Kekman just dropped it, and he's a guy who takes a lot of snaps. You want to make sure you get those things right, and they're going to take the timeout under a minute to save some time here. Obviously, this offense has really been humming and moving really well, but 3rd and 15 here. I think the Eagles are still thinking, hey, let's get 7 points on the board. Let's get to that running clock, right? I mean, everybody's kind of looking at the 35-point rule here in the state of Iowa. If they can get to that running clock here, this second half is going to go by very quickly. I imagine we'll maybe get there. I shouldn't say that, but we'll probably get there at some point. The Eagles would love to get that here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't get another walk-off touchdown at the end of the first half like we did last week as Kekmarinsky's going to look to pass. He's looking for Mulder, and now he just throws it up. It's going to end up being intercepted in the end zone for a touchback. Kekmarinsky just threw it up looking for Drew Geetings, and instead he threw it almost right to Trey Hollinger there with 51 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Hollinger plays that deep safety position, and they had some different route combinations that I don't know if I've seen before, some different things that maybe they've been working on, and just Geetings really wasn't that open. Kekmarinsky, not his best throw of the night for sure, as he overshot him by quite a ways. And Hollinger was probably the most likely to catch that ball from the beginning, and he was able to haul it in. And we're going to have to wait a little bit on that running clock. And we'll see what the Cardinals do here as they take the field with only 51 seconds.
Yeah, you would imagine they would want to try and take a shot. That's a vision for last time out for Central Decatur really quickly. That'll give us time to do a quick Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update. Pella leads Clear Creek Amana 21-3 in a big game for second place in that district in Class 4A. So big matchup there, and Pella kind of running away with it here a little bit late in the second quarter. And the Eagles here lead 35-7. Isaac Kekmarinsky with 5 touchdowns thus far. Tonight's creative idea presented by Brand Appeal JD. I feel like the creativity has come mostly on the Central Decatur side of things, but for Pella Christian, they've really gotten creative and bringing pressure on Matthew Booth.
Yeah, it's something that I think we've seen throughout the year, and I think it's even getting better, is the speed from the Pella Christian defense. Like you mentioned, Central Decatur's tried some different things, maybe more than they would even like to, but it seems like Pella Christian has snuffed out anything that they have going so far.
Yeah, Matthew Booth is going to look to pass. He is going to throw it deep for Champ Walker. Yeah. Nothing there, but we've got 2 flags. I think we're going to get holding on Ty Vandermolen. I believe is who that is over there playing corner.
Yeah, there's been a few of those routes where it felt like it was pretty physical, and this time I think they are going to give Vandermolen for the interference call. One of the differences between high school, I learned this last year on the call, difference between high school and the pros in college is that would be an uncatchable ball in the NFL, and they wouldn't throw the flag because nobody could catch it anyways. In high school, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's catchable or not. If they feel like that receiver is interfered with, they're going to give them the 15 yards.
Yeah, that is going to give Central Decatur a new first down at their own 35-yard line. As Booth is going to look to pass, they're going to look to try and get the ball down the field. He is going to look to throw. He's going to throw an absolute rocket, 5 yards to Trey Hollinger. I mean, he wound up, and it looked like he was throwing the fastball.
Yeah, you talked about the ALCS game going on tonight, man. He looked like he was out there. Well, he truly wound up and fired that thing for a 5-yard gain.
Well, I heard Lance McCullers is out for the Astros tonight, so maybe he can go pitch for the Astros if this game gets any worse. He's going to look deep this time, and we're going to get another completion, but we're going to get another pass interference, I'm going to imagine, on Ty Vandermolen. They're kind of picking on him at this point, trying to throw it his way, but with 10 seconds remaining here in the first half, Pella Christian is going to get called for another 15-yard penalty here. And that's going to be on Vandermolen, and he's going to come off the field in favor of Jack Fancher now. And
man, we have seen so many flags.
Yeah, a lot more than the last 2 weeks.
I don't know. Honestly, in the 2 years I've been here, I can't recall a game, and it's been on both teams, but I can't recall a game where there's been that many flags. These refs are getting the workout. They're getting their money's worth, that's for sure.
With 10 seconds left, I'm going to imagine we're going to see a Hail Mary here as Booth is going to try to buy some time and throw this one as deep as he can. He is going to fire it deep. It's caught, and a heads-up play. We've got another flag down. A nice play there by number 88, Jack Scrivener.
Scrivener, yeah.
Scrivener, he caught it, and then he handed it off to Trey Hollinger, who ran it into the end zone. But we've got another flag. He handed it forward, so I'm wondering if that's technically illegal forward pass or something like that.
Yeah, so Scrivener...
I was going to say, Central Decatur still hanging out near the line of scrimmage, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be here, but Scrivener caught the ball at about the 15-yard line. Peyton Ritzer was hanging on to him, right? The clock's going to run out. He's thinking, if I can just tackle him, we're going to go to halftime, and this game will be, 35-7. But he handed it off to his teammate, which is really a heads-up play, and I think the discussion here is, if a handoff is backwards, we're clean, but if he pitches that thing forward, that's an illegal... I don't know what you call that, but
I don't really know.
It's weird.
If you hand it off,
I think this is going to be fine. I mean, I think they're going to pick up this flag and call it a touchdown. I don't even remember who got into the end zone. It was Hollinger.
It was Trey Hollinger who got into the end zone.
They're calling it illegal.
Yeah, they did call an illegal forward pass on Central Decatur.
Weird play.
Yeah, that was really random, but they've spotted the ball at the 16.
Yep,
so
it's 5 yards back from where the play happened.
Yeah, so I think Central Decatur is going to get one final chance at this, which kind of, I don't understand how that works because there's 0 seconds on the clock, and it was an offensive penalty.
Yeah, right. You can't end on a defensive penalty, right?
Yeah, so I feel like this should be over. Like, the half should be over. I'm very confused right now.
We have had a couple of situations this game where we need to break out the rules book, Tyler. Oh, and they're going to send out the field goal team. Let's go. Yeah, bring in the rules analyst.
Like Fox Sports, they've got the rules analyst. We need one.
No doubt.
We need Nathan Sage back in the studio figuring out the rule book for us here. But we're going to get a field goal attempt by Caleb Jensen here. That kick is up, and nice kick is no good.
Great distance.
Yeah, got great distance, but it was wide, and we're going to go 35-0 as Pella Christian, 35-7. Pella Christian leads it here at the end of the first half. We'll be right back with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel right after this.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzambek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
At US Cellular, we're local, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, choose any phone for free, or get free service for a full year. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Check out America's locally grown wireless at US Cellular, where we care about our customers and our communities. Strawberry Cellular, a locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular, located in downtown Pella.
At Knoxville Hospital Clinics, we are your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. Hi, I'm Heather Duncan, and I'm proud to work at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. As a longtime employee of 23 years, I'm very fortunate to be part of the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics team. Through the years, my work has given me the opportunity to expand my knowledge in the constantly changing technology field. I am blessed to work for an organization that offers so much more advanced medical technology for our patients close to home. For all of your healthcare needs, choose Knoxville Hospital and Clinics.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawver Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawver Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Have you spent a lot of time looking at the inside of your house lately, thinking it could use some updates? Pingle's Home Store of Pella has what you're looking for, from new furniture to floor, decor, and more. From a total style overhaul to simple updates, see what Pingle's has in store for you. If you need personal help to see your vision realized, ask our own interior designer, Lori. Make an appointment today. Stop by Pingle's Home Store or visit pingleshome.com. Discover dependability. Real people, real service, real dependability. Pingle's Home Store.
The belts in the car are snake and wine, snake and wine, snake and wine. The belts in the car are snake and wine at Central Tire and Decatur.
A bad belt is bad news. Everything stops working and it can cause major damage to your engine. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and a new belt to snake and wind, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Welcome back to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Pella Christian out to a 35-7 lead here over Central Decatur at the halftime break. It was a great start for Pella Christian. The wheels kind of fell off there towards the end. They just their offense got a little sloppy, a lot of penalties, and there was a lot of penalties both ways. But you know, I'm looking at. I say that from the perspective of Pella Christian was dominating. It was 35-0 or 28-0, excuse me, before Central Decatur finally scored, and the Eagles did come back and score one more touchdown after the Central Decatur one. But once they scored, or Central Decatur scored, it kind of seemed like things like Central or PC got a little panicked, you know, which seems really weird because they still had the lead, but like the team just looked a little flustered. They haven't played near as sharp since then. Which again sounds really weird considering they didn't put up a touchdown.
Yeah.
But like things just kind of they didn't look as sharp. There's a lot more penalty flags, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
They had a couple of key mistakes there. They had a couple fumbles. They had an interception, which is the first actual turnover in the last 2 weeks for Pella Christian. So just kind of a strange feel to it once Central Decatur got that touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it really has been a game that's been dominated from Pella Christian. You know, we've been watching PC play here the last couple weeks together, and PC's looked really good, you know, and this maybe hasn't been quite up to that par, so we may be nitpicking a little bit, you know, because I do think Pella Christian came out here and did a nice job of obviously getting 35 points up on the board in the first half, and they've done it in a variety of different ways. But you're right, I mean, it hasn't been quite as crisp as you would like it to. I think there's plenty to work on and plenty to talk about, and we'll get to that later on. But Coach Cack has some things that the Eagles can do a little bit better, and give Central Decatur some credit too. You know, they're obviously talking about some of that sloppy play. They've had 10 penalties, which they got to clean that up. But they keep fighting, right? I mean, final game of the regular season. Both teams have a lot to play for yet this season, and they're going to keep working to make sure that they put a good product out there on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, like you said, I mean, it's still been really good. And that's definitely not what I tried to say, like it's been bad by any means. But, you know, especially the last 2 weeks, no turnovers. There was hardly any penalties. They've been playing really good football. They've had a lot of momentum coming into this game. And I think that maybe once they got up 28-0, they kind of got complacent, kind of saw that maybe happening again. And so they haven't been quite as sharp. which I'm sure that Coach Kaczmarski is talking about right now in the halftime break, because I know that he wants to keep this momentum going, because he knows that next week they're gonna go. They're gonna hopefully host another really good team on this field for a postseason matchup, and I know that he wants that to go really well. So I can't imagine him being satisfied with the way that half ended, with a couple of the mistakes that happened. And so, as we look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, I would say that for both teams, they've got to clean it up, because, like you mentioned, a lot of penalties here, as we've got 15 penalties in the game, and I'm going to try and do the quick math in my head. I believe, if my math is correct, that's 155 yards in penalties at the halftime break. Not necessarily clean football on either side, so I would imagine that is one of the second half adjustments that needs to be made.
100%, and it has to be, right? I mean, this is something that the coaches are going to talk about. Both of these teams have playoff aspirations. They're both, looking ahead. I think this game's probably in hand, right? I mean, it's 35-7. Pella Christian's in control. Both sides want to clean up their penalties. We've seen some pass interference. We've seen some personal fouls on both teams, some false starts, just some things that you don't expect to see here this late in the season. But that's what happens sometimes. These guys get a little bit comfortable. This game feels like it's in hand, and you probably play a little bit sloppy. But I expect to see a disciplined effort here in the second half and get some of those things cleaned up.
Absolutely. The second half adjustments have been presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with a new garage door from the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella. As we move along our halftime show here, take a look at tonight's fan of the game. And before we do that, I want to mention we did get the notification from Trevor Castle before the game, and I didn't tell him I was going to give him a little bit of a hard time, but I am going to give him a little bit of a hard time. We were supposed to have Delivery.com. He is on vacation, though, and he's the one in charge of putting that order together. And unfortunately, because he is on vacation, it was something that just slipped his mind, so I got to give him a little bit of a hard time, but we were looking forward to that. But tonight's fan of the game is presented by Delivery.com, which is why I mentioned that. Delivery.com is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants like George's, where we were going to eat tonight, Cantoritos, Yamato, Liberty Street Kitchen, Windmill Cafe, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Jessica Hook did recently. She is tonight's fan of the game and has won a $10 gift certificate towards her next order. Try Delivery.com this week and then listen to next week's broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game. Presented by Delivery.com. But we were both looking forward to bacon cheeseburgers from George's there. We got some nice food from the concession stand.
We audibled, and the Pella Christian concession stand came through clutch. That was great.
It really did, and you wouldn't even really. They put together a pretty good meal deal for us here with some. I got a hot dog, you got a brat with some chips and a cookie, and then drinks as well, which have come in clutch, helping the throat try and stay as good as possible. The voice is feeling a little extra strain. I've been putting in a little bit more work on the voice this week with Andrew Schneider's voice being out, doing some Pella stuff, and so doing a little bit extra with the voice, but keeping the voice nice and good with the Pepsi from the concession stand. So thank you to the nice people in the PC concession stand. And we will be right back with more of the Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show right after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, KRLS 2 stream, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, where Pella Christian leads 35-7 over Central Decatur at the halftime break.
Mortgage interest rates are still near historic lows. Could you lower your monthly payment or shorten your loan term by refinancing with Lighten State Bank? Lighten State Bank's residential lending experts will help run the numbers to find out if you would benefit from our great rates and low costs. Give one of our loan officers a call or visit us online at lightenbank.com. Lighten State Bank, grow strong with us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
to road construction. Highway 5 is closed just south of La Villa, and there is a short detour around it, so we wanted to make sure you know Vandenberg's Greenhouse is still open every day, and they have a huge selection, fall mums, lots of fall flowers and decorations, as well as unique metal yard art, pumpkins, gourds, and so much more. We've said it before and we'll say it again, Vandenberg's Greenhouse, worth the short drive. They're located at 1405 Highway 5 Albion, just 2 short miles south of La Villa. Vandenberg's Greenhouse, it really is worth the short drive.
At Hopkins Roofing, our core values built our business. Expertise, generosity, integrity, professionalism, and relationships. These aren't just words on a wall. These are the pillars holding up Hopkins Roofing and all we stand for. They're the standards we're all expected to meet and the standards we hold each other to every day. If it's time for a new roof for your home or business, check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com and let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit rosendahltiling.com.
This is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body, and I know a visit to my shop is not on the top of your list of favorite things to do this week. I don't take it personally. Chances are when it's time to come see me, you've hit a deer or had some other unpleasant experience on the road that you just didn't plan on. The good news is, at Langstrad Auto Body, we're here for you. We'll put your vehicle back together the right way. No one will ever know the accident happened. We'll be here for you during the entire repair process. We'll answer your questions and only do the work that you want done. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for quality repair.
Are you ready to save big? Yeah, you. The carpool driving, crossfitting, building, and making warriors. Vision for less owns selection, price, and speed. Glasses you need. Quality you deserve. Every day, all day, today. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs for just $38.71. Progressives 2 for $76.92. That's right. You want it? We've got it. Selection, price, speed. Nobody beats us guaranteed. Vision for less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
We're back with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop in and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella at Central Tire and Auto. Pella Christian leads at 35-7 here at the halftime break. They just honored the seniors for the Pella Christian Marching Eagles. I didn't quite catch the name they gave for the marching band here, but I know it's the marching band, so we'll at least point out that they just honored the
fantastic
seniors.
Job by those guys. I mean, they put in a lot of work. There's a lot going on in those routines, and really nice performance there.
Yeah, I mean, they did a fantastic job here, and they honored the seniors as they performed for what could be the final, I would assume, is the final time in that setting during the home football games, because I imagine they won't allow that during the postseason because it gives a little too much home field advantage, I believe. But I could always be wrong on that. But take a look at the stats really quick. Pella Christian has dominated this game. Looking at the stats, even though I know we talked about how it just wasn't necessarily crisp. 19 first downs for Pella Christian compared to 7 for Central Decatur. They're rushing the ball. Pella Christian 21 for 108. Central Decatur 15 for 15. So not much success for Central Decatur on the ground. And passing the ball, Pella Christian 151 yards to 85 yards. And Kakmarinsky is 15 for 24. Booth is 4 for 13. Both quarterbacks with an INT here in this game. We had so for Central Decatur, 28 plays run for 100 total yards. Pella Christian, 45 plays run for 259 yards. So quite a big night, or quite a big difference there in the offensive numbers thus far.
Yeah, that's a lot of plays. I mean, 45 plays in a half, that's outstanding. And, you know, I mean, both sides are throwing a lot of incomplete passes, which is stopping the clock. And both sides are certainly not looking to milk the clock, right? I mean, they get up to the line of scrimmage pretty quickly, so that'll allow a lot of plays. Hasn't necessarily been the offensive explosion that we've had in the past few games. You know, the past couple of games, the Eagles have gotten 250 on the ground and through the air in back-to-back games, which is outstanding. It hasn't been quite that way, but still, obviously, you look at the stats, and Pella Christian is really doing a nice job here tonight.
Matt, they are. We do have a couple of Stryver Cellular instant radio updates to give you guys. Indian Ola and Monterey Ferrar have gone into the halftime break 7-5. Monterey Ferrar is out. Not what you would expect from a football game, but you know, I guess that's what you get when you get two high-powered teams like that, or high-profile teams in Class 4A. Looking at the ALCS for baseball, the Red Sox are up 3-1 on the Astros in the bottom of the third inning. Milwaukee is down to Carlisle 18-7 at halftime, so got an upset brewing in that matchup. PCM is up 29-14 on Roland Story at halftime. Cedar Rapids Xavier leads Newton 17-10 at halftime, and Pella, for our Pella Dutch brothers and sisters from across town here, they are up 21-3, and the Dutch get the ball out of the halftime break with a chance to make it a 28-3 game. And that game, big implications for Pella, as the winner of that game, I believe, takes the second spot in that district. So big matchup there, and Pella is playing very well in a game that really matters for them. But and then Knoxville trailing 42-0 at halftime as well. So the game not going super well for them. Central Decatur just took the field again, as on what is turned out to be a little bit of a chilly night. I see the Pella Christian Athletic Director Dan Branderhorst down there wearing a stocking cap. That gives you any indication. And got some winter coats and stocking caps down there on the field. So it's not necessarily a warm night, but this is perfect football weather.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's nice in the booth.
It is very nice.
I mean, we're pretty comfortable up here, and I give people a hard time about that a lot. Where it's like, it's a rough game. Yeah, but it's a nice night to be in the booth. You know, it's always a good night up here at Tyler. So we definitely can't complain.
I'll say this: it beats last week where we were sitting in the middle of the Cardinal crowd.
Yeah.
I know I didn't make too many friends down there with a couple of my calls, but you know, that's what happens when you get set outside and you put in the middle of the opposing or the fans that you're not calling the game for. But obviously, like you said, nice night to be in the booth because we're not really feeling that cool air as much.
It's fun.
And it's really nice in here. But the Eagles just took the field as well. They're going to put 3 minutes back on the clock and let the teams get ready for the second half of football here. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show here on 92. Sorry, I keep doing that. It's the KRLS 2 stream on KNIAKRLS.com and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. We'll be right back for one final time with the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show. Right after this, Pella Christian leads at 35-7 here at halftime.
Hi, this is Mike Bukite with Pella Real Estate Services, and I'm a real estate ELP that is Ramsey trusted. We value serving over selling, we have the heart of a coach, and consistently get stellar reviews from the Ramsey fans we work with. We know that we have to earn your trust. Being Ramsey trusted means that the Ramsey team has fully vetted us as someone they trust and recommend being your real estate agent. So when it's time to buy or sell property, call 628-1BUI for Pella Real Estate Services. Ramsey trusted.
Now hiring helpful smiles at your Pella Hy-Vee. 10% employee discounts, flexible scheduling, competitive pay, great employee perks. We're hiring for food service, customer service, meat department, pharmacy, bakery, cashiers, and our flex staff position. No set schedule with this position. You choose when to work. Apply online at Hy-Vee.com/careers or call 641-628-1590.
Welcome back to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show. One final time here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And Pella Christian leads at 35-7 with 1 minute remaining in the halftime break. And they're currently honoring the cross-country seniors out there on the sideline, trying to get some stuff taken care of here with all the senior day festivities, trying to make sure that everybody gets their time to shine. I think the volleyball team will be about the only fall sport that's not out there because they got their time on Monday night when they played the Pella Dutch here and took set one from Pella, and then unfortunately just weren't able to complete the upset bid over the Dutch.
Yeah, we're entering the end of the fall sports season. You mentioned volleyball and cross country and football, and it just kind of makes me reflect on a year ago. When we were in this spot, and there was just so many unknowns, right? We were just so thankful that in Iowa we had a chance to actually play sports, and I think it just kind of changes your perspective a little bit. When you see things like a senior night here and honoring them and honoring all the different activities that we get to partake in, it really is a great opportunity for these young people, and it's a great honor for them to get out of here on the field no matter what sport or activity they're involved in.
Absolutely. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work. There are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella at Central Tire and Auto. With that, we're getting ready for third quarter action as Jack Fancher sets the ball on the tee. He's going to mark off his yardage. His teammates are going to sprint out to their spots, and Pella Christian's going to hope to have a little bit of better luck on the kickoff coverage here against Central Decatur, as the kickoff from the 40 is a nice kick from Fancher that's going to be received at about the 7-yard line, and it's going to be Tyke Hollinger who's got a hole. He's got a big block. It's going to be a hold, though, as Hollinger got down to the 41-yard line or 42-yard line of the Eagles, but a big hold there by number 88, Wyatt Snyder. And it is Snyder. I didn't say Schneider because I really was about to say it. It's Snyder.
It's actually Scrivener.
Oh, sorry. Snyder is PC. Yeah. I was looking at the wrong roster, but I did say Snyder, not Schneider, because I did make that mistake talking to Andrew Schneider about a kid with the name Snyder earlier this week. And so they got me fixed up with that one, but yeah, it was Scrivener who had just a massive hold there.
Man, what did we talk about, Tyler? What was our big halftime adjustment?
Penalties in the first play, like you said.
First play, unbelievable. I mean, really, this
just can't buy breaks,
It's just kind of crazy, and it's we're not picking on one team; it's both teams.
Yeah, just say that's the 11th.
I'm really hoping for some cleaner football here in the second half.
Yeah, Matthew Booth is going to look to run it up the middle. He does break away, takes a big shot from Mulder. They're going to call targeting here. Another penalty already. Booth was a little slow getting up.
Matthew Booth's taking some big shots. I totally get it. From a perspective of football, we got to make sure that we're protecting these runners. Those are tough plays because he's trying to finish the play, and the reason that it ended up being targeted is because another guy is bringing him down as Mulder goes to lay the hit. Obviously, Booth is being tackled, so I think it's a little bit inadvertent. But once again, we're marking out 15 yards. We got another penalty here. Two plays in, 2 penalties.
Yeah, just not clean football here in this half. Booth came off the field again, though, so Devin Adams, I'd imagine, is going to go back to being the Wildcat quarterback here for Central Decatur, who now's got the ball up to the Pella Christian 44-yard line, about where they had the kickoff return. Devin Adams is going to look to run it. He breaks some tackles. He's got a hole, and Eric Mulder just crushes him. Oh my goodness! Eric Mulder just picks him up and slams him. That can't feel good. I mean, Devin Adams is not a big running back. Eric Mulder is 6'8", and he just absolutely smoked the running back.
Yeah, Adams really did a nice job of squirting through a hole, and he was kind of limping. And then sometimes when you're a little bit off balance, those hits look a little bit harder, and Eric Mulder finished him well there after a gain of 7.
Yeah, there was an injured Eagle on the play, and I believe that's number 15, Logan Kelderman. Yeah. And Adams is going to run it again. He'll get it down to the 35. It'll be 3rd and 1 there.
This has been a nice little mix-up here from Central Decatur. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Matthew Booth is hurt, and he's done an outstanding job. He's got a big arm. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup as he's taken a beating here tonight. But Adams has stepped in and done a really nice job. He's a good runner. He kind of, like I said, runs violently on 3rd and 1 here. They're going to keep it in his hands and try to pick up the first down.
And they also have Evan Wallace in the backfield too now as a lead blocker. Adams is going to pick up the first down as he gets down to the 32-yard line there. As PC just not being able to stop this running attack right now. I mean, that's all Central Decatur is really doing. They're not even really looking to throw the ball. They haven't had much success throwing the football tonight, other than one, deep play there for Central Decatur. They just really haven't found much in the passing game.
Yeah, and they haven't really found much in the running game either, but they have between the tackles. It seems like when they've tried to get outside, the speed for Pella Christian has paid off, but between the tackles, they've done a nice job.
Matthew Booth is going to roll out, and he's going to look to throw. He is going to complete. We've got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, so I don't know whether or not the pass is complete. I don't think it matters, so I think it's going to be a hold or an ineligible receiver down the field. This is where that flag is in the area of, because it's about 4 or 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. So the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm liking ineligible receiver downfield. But
there you go.
And that is what it is on Central Decatur. So our third penalty of the second half, and we're about 2 minutes into the half. There's 9:55 remaining here in quarter number 3, 35-7. Pella Christian leads it, but that'll back up Central Decatur about 5 yards, and we will try first down again.
Yeah, nice job by Booth on that last play as he rolled out to the right. Booth is back on the field, which is good for the Cardinals, and he found Hollinger towards the sideline, picked up about 12 yards, but yeah, the lineman squirting downfield. Sometimes you have that in those kind of RPO type plays.
That you do, and Booth is he's gonna hand it off to Adams, who's gonna get to the outside. Mulder not able to corral him, but 2 other Eagles are there to make the tackle on Adams, who will lose 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, again, they tried to run between the tackles, and this time the Eagles defensive line and linebackers did a nice job, forced them outside the box, and then you're able to run them down. But that's an area that the Eagles are focused on. Their one loss this year is Sigourney Keota. That's where they got beat up a little bit, was between the tackles, as they were able to run it down their throats. And they got to clean that up here a little bit towards the end of the year.
Yep, Booth is going to look to pass. Drops back, he's throwing it, gets it over the head of Peyton Ritzert, and that completion goes to Scrivener, who gets it down to the 22-yard line, and it'll be a Central Decatur first down.
Man, nice looking pass play there from Booth. He finds his tight end, the 6'3 Scrivener, was kind of running a little out route there and lofted it right over the defense. And nice little pitch and catch there from Central Decatur, like you said, to pick up that first down. And this has been a good-looking drive here from the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's taken quite a bit of time, especially considering they got the ball around midfield.
Yeah.
Luther will line up in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. He's going to try and run it between the tackles. He's going to end up bouncing it to the outside. But before he can get too far, I believe that was Trevor Veenstra who pulled him down from behind for no gain.
Yeah, outstanding job from Trevor Veenstra. He's the right defensive end, and the play went to the defense's left, so he had to track that thing all the way across the field, used his speed to track him down and made the tackle. Unfortunately, it's Veenstra who's down on the ground and in some pain here as he's getting helped off the field. And this is what scares you a little bit. This is the last game of the year. Obviously, PC's in control of this game. You got some things to work on here, so you're going to leave your guys out here. But they're certainly going to be looking to clean some of these mistakes up, and also, they want to get away from this injury-free, or at least as much as they can, and both sides are thinking that at this point.
Yeah, not what you want to see, because Veenstra has been a big part of both the offense and the defense for Pella Christian over the last couple of weeks, and really not putting any pressure on that left leg, but they do get him off the field, thanks to Eric Mulder and Drew Geetings. Devin Adams is going to run the ball around the right side for a gain of 9 down to the 14-yard line and put Central Decatur in the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Matthew Booth, I think, is off the field again after taking yet another hit there from Trevor Veenstra, and just not been a good night for Matthew Booth.
Yeah, he's out there. He's just that wide receiver. They're moving him around a little bit as Adams goes to quarterback and Booth lines up a receiver, and I think he was the one that hauled in that touchdown. So
yeah, he was. He caught the touchdown from Adams. Adams is going to run that one on 3rd and 3 and pick up a gain of about Zero.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything.
Didn't get anything.
Yeah, so we're going to have a 4th and 3 here. Big play here early on in the third quarter. The Eagles want to make sure that they're not going to give up any more points, right? They're thinking, hey, let's get the offense back on the field and see if we can get to that running clock. But Central Decatur moving the ball, getting inside the red zone here and trying to punch one in.
Yeah, running clock would be really nice because that would cut down the chances for injuries too. If you're Pella Christian, and they're going to jump. I think I think PC jumped. I'm not 100% sure who they're calling this on. But, they did call offsides. I think that was Isaiah Breams who did it. Stryver Cellular Instant Radio Update, ADM now up 49-0 on Knoxville. Midway through the third quarter. Not been a good week for Knoxville football. But, good news for them is they only have one more week to the season after this. And then they will have the lopsided scores that they've seen on the football field. As Devin Adams is now going to pass. He's looking for Booth. It's intercepted! Nice catch there by number 20, Drew Geetings. And Pella Christian will take over on downs. And I don't know. I think they called it a touchback. Geetings making the fantastic diving catch. That is tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing. Nice play there from Drew Geetings.
Yeah, Drew went up and snatched that, and he kind of plays a hybrid like linebacker. Sometimes he lines up as a little more of a defensive end, but he kind of is one of those guys that has a knack for the ball in the defensive end of the field. And that time he high pointed it back in the end zone and made an outstanding play. Gets the PC offense back on the field and try to gain some momentum here as they get the ball for the first time in the third quarter. But good job by the defense to make a big play.
Yep, and Kakmarinsky's got two receivers to his right. He's going to roll that way and looking to pass. He's going to hit Geetings, who will make the catch.
Yeah, get it right back to him, right?
Yeah, just why not? He just showed he can make the fantastic catch. What about the simple one for a gain of about 13 there for the first down? Let's take a Dingham Concrete game reset. 35-7, Pella Christian leads it with 6.5 remaining here in quarter number 3. That is a Dingham Concrete game reset where quality comes first. Call Jeff Dingham at 621-1611 for Dingham Concrete. Kakmarinsky with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to hand it off to Benny Schurz up the middle, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. Looks like they're going to give him they are going to give him a yard, but again, just nothing up the middle for Benny Schurz tonight.
Yeah, well, and the Cardinals are doing everything they can to make sure they slow down that run game. You know, if you look at the defense, they're pretty much saying, hey, we're going to cover guys man to man, and we're going to put a lot of guys in the box to try to stall that run game. And the Eagles have just had a hard time finding a lot. That's why they have had to go to the air, and they've had some success doing that.
Yeah, we've got some sort of stoppage. I'm not 100% sure what's happening here.
Yeah, I think it's an equipment thing that he's running off the field to get fixed.
Oh, okay. So we got everything fixed. There was a vision for a last officials timeout, improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella to get back in the game. Kakmarinsky's pass to Drew Geetings there falls incomplete off of the hands of Geetings. It was going to be about a gain of 7 or 8 there, depending on if he's tackled right away, as it looked like he was going to be. But Kakmarinsky is going to have Sprunk, Mulder, and Ritzert, I believe, to his left. They'll have Schurz in the backfield with him, and then he's got Geetings to one side. He's going to keep it. He's got a hole. He's got a block. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Kakmarinsky. I think I maybe used my raise the roof of the moment a little too soon as Kakmarinsky scores his 6th touchdown of the night. He is 1 away from 3 straight weeks of 7 touchdowns. A nice gain. I believe that was a 63-yard touchdown there from Kakmarinsky.
And the first 20, 25 yards was all blocking, okay? I mean, that was really outstanding job. He had pulling linemen out in front of him. His left tackle was making blocks 25 yards down the field. That's when you know it's good design, but the last maybe 30 yards there was all Kakmarinsky as he made a few guys miss, got into the open field, turned on the jets, and got in for the touchdown.
And the Jack Fancher extra point is good with 5:36 remaining here in quarter number 3. Pella Christian leads at 42-7, and we will have running clock, I believe, when we come back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the KRLS2 stream and Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Harvest season is a busy time on farms, but don't overlook safety in the rush. Dozens of farm workers are killed by electrocution each year when farm machines make contact with overhead power lines. Take note of electrical lines when moving equipment like portable grain augers and large combines. Make sure everyone who works on the farm knows the location of power lines and keeps farm equipment at least 10 feet away. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric, your local co-op.
Shine as one.
Village Cleaners is a family-owned business serving Pella and the surrounding areas for over 40 years. Keep your most cherished memories alive with Village Cleaners' in-house wedding dress cleaning and preservation service. They are experienced and detailed in their work and offer many other services such as complete dry cleaning, shirt laundry, uniform services, mat cleaning, and hand washing. So keep your conscience clean and leave your dirty laundry at Village Cleaners of Pella.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And there'll be much better kick coverage there on that kickoff from Jack Fancher for Pella Christian as they stop Central Decatur at the 27-yard line on Central Decatur's own 27-yard line. It's 42-7, under 5 minutes to play here from Eagle Lane. As Matthew Booth is going to look to run to the right side. He's going to try and bounce it outside. He'll get brought down by, I believe that was Peyton Ritzert.
Yeah, Peyton Ritzert. Yeah, he's a fun player. You look at his defense, and I talked about the speed. He's a safety. He's all over the field, and he's not a big guy, but he's had some big hits this year, and he's certainly a sure tackler. Gets the loss of one there.
Yeah, he's done a very nice job for the Eagles this evening, too. He's made a couple of big plays in the run game as Booth is going to look to pass now. He's going to throw the quick out to Trey Hollinger, who will make the catch and get it down close to first down yardage. We'll wait for the official spot. It looks like it's going to be the 41. So on 2nd and 11, they gain 10. It looks like they're going to be short. It'll be 3rd and about inches. I don't think it's quite a full yard there. I think it's inches. And so big play ahead here as it'll be Adams and Booth in the backfield for the Cardinals. Booth is going to hand it to Adams, who is going to sneak across to the 40 and get first down yardage. First down Cardinals.
Yeah, in those situations, you get into those 3rd and 1s, and it really is an advantage for the offense. That was pretty good defense there from PC. It's just better offense. Adams is a guy who runs really hard. Even though the hit was at about the line of scrimmage, he's able to carry his man just a little bit to pick up that first down. It's a good start to the drive here from Central Decatur.
That it is, and Booth is going to look to pass. He's getting chased down. He's going to look. He's going to take a sack. It looked like it was going to be number 55, E.J. Franzman, who brought him down. I believe it ended up being Austin Van Sullen who got him.
No, it's actually Joe Deal, who was the linebacker there. I don't even know if Joe was rushing the passer on that play. I think he might have been in coverage, but as Booth rolled out, he came down. And you mentioned E.J. Franzman. He was the one who kind of made that play as he got him out of the pocket and allowed Deal to run him down. And just a few updates here, do my sideline reporter. Trevor Veenster went down earlier. He is walking around. Looks like it's an ankle injury. We'll see if he comes back. Bo Bush went down in the first half, and he's got a sweatshirt on, so I'm not sure he'll be back.
No, I would not imagine so.
Yeah, but he's moving around okay, so I think he'll be all right.
He has Booth with a 2-yard completion to Adams out of the backfield, who's slow getting up, and we're going to get a vision for last timeout for Adams, who was very slow getting up there.
I bring that up because injuries are just the last thing you want to see at this point, from both sides. You just want to make sure that you find a way to come out of this game clean. The running clock, like you mentioned, is obviously going to help with that, but both sides are keeping an eye on that. Probably going to start working in some different people here to make sure that they go into the playoffs as healthy as they can be.
Yeah, we got something else going on here. I'm not sure. Oh, they're calling the PC trainer over as well. To help with this. Real quick, let's take a look at a Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Pella leading Clear Creek Amana 21-3 at halftime. At the end of the third now, ADM 52-0 on Knoxville at halftime. PCM 43-14 on Roland Story in the third quarter. Norwalk and Carlisle's 18-7 at halftime, and Indianola Bondurant for our 7-5 at halftime. That is Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They are serving you and building community across the county. Booth's third down pass is going to be dropped at the 44-yard line. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down anyways. It'll be fourth down. I would imagine Central Decatur is just going to punt on this, knowing that this game is kind of out of reach. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised entirely to see a fake, but we got a minute left in quarter number 3. Things are not looking good if you're the Cardinals here, as they are lined up to punt, and Booth is going to get a false start here. So we're going to back him up 5 yards and try it again, as Eric Mulder awaits his opportunity with 55 seconds here in quarter number 3. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Isaac Kakmarinsky, 6 touchdowns, basically all you need to know. He has done it all, done it through the air, through the ground. He has all 6 touchdowns played tonight. Eric Mulder, fair catches it at the 33-yard line, and but Kakmarinsky has a 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Eric Mulder, 1 to Bennett Sprunk, and then he's got a 4-yard, a 31-yard touchdown run, and then I believe it was a 63 a little bit ago here that gave us the running clock here in quarter number 3. And I would imagine that Pella Christian's just going to let this quarter run out. I'm not seeing Isaac Kakmarinsky.
Yeah,
there he is. Say, he didn't run up there with the rest of the line. I'm trying to figure out who's going to go play quarterback, because I haven't seen anybody else. No Bo Bush is out, so I was wondering who it was. Benny Schurz is going to get the carry from the 33-yard line. He'll get it out to the 37. Sorry. And so 2nd and 6 here coming up for Pella Christian, but the quarter runs out. We head to quarter number 4. Pella Christian leads it 42-7 as we get ready for fourth quarter action here on KRLS 2 Stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. We'll be right back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
When is the best time to protect your investments? Anytime. This is John Hill at Let It Shine Detailing. And single application of either Duraslick or Flight Shield ceramic coating is the best option to protect your vehicles for years of durability and are only available at Let It Shine Detailing. Ceramic coatings offer increased resale value, reduced maintenance, rock chip and scratch resistance, reduced oxidization, and added luster. And they come with warranties and a Carfax certification. Remember, for rolls, floats, or flies, I'm your guy at Let It Shine Detailing. Stop by in the alley at 313 Franklin Street in Pella to schedule your appointment.
The joy of Christmas is upon us, and beginning October 13th through November 6th, you are invited to our first annual Christmas Shop Hop. All you have to do is shop at all 3 of the Well Thrift stores in Pella, Knoxville, and Fairfield to receive huge discounts. I'm talking $5 off a purchase of $10 or more and $10 off a purchase of $15 or more. Plus, you get entered into a drawing to win up to a $50 gift card good at all 3 locations. Act fast as this Shop Hop ends November 6th. Good stuff, great help, gives hope at the Well Thrift store.
Quality.
Welcome back to the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. You're listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream on KNIAKRLS.com. Isaac Kakmarinsky getting ready to start it off this fourth quarter here with 12 minutes to go. He's going to look to run. He has literally nowhere to go as just about the entire defensive line for Central Decatur was into the backfield. He'll lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be, actually I take that back, 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 37 once more as Kakmarinsky's going to get ready to go. But yeah, there was not much resistance there from the PC O-line. Probably one of the few times tonight where the O-line really, truly struggled. Kakmarinsky is going to look to pass. He's going to hit Bennett Sprunk over the middle. Sprunk is running. He's across the 50. He's going to break a couple tackles, the 40, and he's brought down at the 35. Great play by Bennett Sprunk there in open space to make some people miss and get that first down for PC.
Yeah, they move it all the way to the 35-yard line here of Central Decatur, and that's just another example of getting those guys in space. That time is in the middle of the field. Good protection up front by the offensive line. Good pass, good catch. But then about 20 yards after the catch, good job by Bennett Sprunk to get upfield.
And
they get to the line quickly. It's another touchdown.
There was a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update that as Kakmarinsky just throws one up, Eric Mulder gets interfered with, and he did come down with the touchdown there, 49-7.
I think they're going to call it on the offense. So Kakmarinsky rolled out to the left and lofted it up to Mulder, and we've talked about that before. Just throw it up to the big fella and see if he can haul one down. But they were kind of matched up in coverage, and I don't know. It's probably a good call to make that, as he probably got a little push off as he went up to get that, but almost came down with his third touchdown of the game. So the Pella Christian offense continuing to look for creative ways to move the ball and really looking to stretch that defense downfield.
Yeah. The Strawberry Instant Radio update I just got was Clear Creek Amana scored against Pella to make it 21-9. Kakmarinsky's pass to Bennett Sprunk is incomplete on 1st and 25 from the 50. But yeah, Pella gave up a touchdown. Must have had something go wrong, and then Indianola took the lead on Bondurant for our 8-7 in quarter number 3. So I wanted to make sure that we got those updates, and I was trying to figure out what they were when that big play happened. Kakmarinsky with 3 receivers to his right. He's looking to throw. He's looking for Bennett Sprunk, and Sprunk I don't think ever located the football there because he was running and he kept running in a straight line, and that ball was carrying towards the sideline, and he didn't really adjust to it.
Yeah, the Cardinals brought a blitz, and I think Kakmarinsky had to get rid of that ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to. And on that wheel route, which is what Sprunk was running, you really got to whip your head around to find the ball. And by the time he whipped his head around, the ball was already in the air, and he didn't locate it. It was actually a really well-thrown ball and kind of a fun little play drawn up there by the Eagles. But doesn't work out. Now you're left with 3rd and 25 at the 50-yard line. Probably just looking to pick up a few yards and try to make 4th down maybe manageable.
Yeah, Kakmarinsky with 9:20 remaining in quarter number 4. It's 42-7. He's going to look to pass. He's going to roll out right. He's going to look to run it now. He's going to try and cut back. They'll get it out to the Central Decatur 40, but no further here. It'll be 4th and about 5th. I think it is about 4th and 15 here from the Central Decatur 40 for the Eagles. Isaiah Breams is going to come out, and it looks like they're going to punt this ball away as Eric Mulder looks to shed a glove here to get ready to punt this ball to the Cardinals. It'll be, I think that's Tyke Hollinger running backwards to receive this kick, yeah, that is Tyke Hollinger, who is back there, and then they just sent back number 12, Sam Booth. Kakmarinsky coming back out onto the field, and we're getting a flag for a illegal formation, I think is what they're calling. I don't really know what just happened. Maybe
we've had it all. You really think about the amount of penalties
really testing our knowledge of the rule books tonight.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a timeout. I think he threw the flag for a delay of game as the Eagles had a little miscommunication there. Who was supposed to be on the field, but eventually, I guess the timeout came before the flag. So
yeah,
we'll hang on to that for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really know what just happened, but we'll take a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update here from Derek Cardwell. 80 on 52, Knoxville 0. That is final score. So Knoxville falls in that game. Carlisle is going to, it looks like Carlisle may pull off the upset here as we get later into the 4th quarter of that game. Carlisle leads Norwalk 21-7 late in the 4th quarter here. And so we've got Eric Mulder back to punt, Tyke Hollinger back deep to receive it. Mulder's kick is going to go towards the sideline over there. It's going to bounce at the 10, take a nice Pella Christian bounce inside the 5, and it's still rolling. And Pella Christian's going to down that at the 2-yard line. Great punt by Eric Mulder.
You love it. You know, he puts it up there, and it's good blocking up front, too, to give him some time, good hang time, which allowed his up men to get down there and put the punt down. And you know, obviously now Central Decatur's backed up big time, and I think this defense is going to pin their ears back a little bit and see if they can make a big play and maybe get the defense to put some points on the board. But it is looking like it's going to be the second team defense for the most part who's taking the field here for the Eagles.
Yeah, that it does. I see a few of the starters still out there, but Central Decatur is going to run this ball up the middle. They're going to gain about 4 and get it out to the 6-yard line, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. E.J. Franzman makes the tackle, but we see a lot more of the starters coming off now. And, you know, Central Decatur, I don't think they've taken any of their starters off the field, so we'll see how PC fares with the substitutions here. Make sure that see if they can try to keep this game at 7 with 6:50 remaining here in quarter number 4, as they're going to run it to the outside. I don't think they gained anything there.
Yeah, good pursuit there from a few different Eagles. I see E.J. Franzman in on that one, Cooper Spronk, a couple other ones. They ran that pitch play, and they ran that a few times, and it hasn't worked all night. And I think you got to credit the Eagles defense as just the ability to get sideline to sideline and make those tackles.
Yeah, I had to turn off the light here. There was getting to be too much of a glare on the windows. It's hard to see, but we'll turn the lights back on a little bit later, as I think that was Matthew Booth, who was trying to hit Ty Collinger once again. That fell incomplete. That'll bring a 4th down, and the punt unit will come on for Central Decatur. Just a lot of plays like that tonight, it feels like.
The Cardinals are going to be frustrated, right, when they watch the film and they go, man, we've got this high-powered offense, but it's an offense that really likes to move the ball with the passing game. Matthew Booth is one of the best quarterbacks statistically in the state, but they just haven't had good rhythm tonight. They haven't been able to make those easy pitch and catches.
Yep, and Matthew Booth's punt is going to be dropped, and it is recovered by the return man for PC. That was I can't catch.
It's Cooper Spronk. It was Cooper Spronk back there returning the kick, and bobbled it. Thankfully, he was able to get back on top of it. And even with that, because of the good punt earlier by Eric Mulder, it's going to set the Eagles up in really good field position as they got the ball on the Cardinals' 39-yard line here to start this drive.
Yeah, so Dingham and Concrete game reset. Pella Christian leads at 42-7. We've got 5 minutes basically to play by the time this next snap comes out. It's the second team offense. Trey White will now be in the game quarterback, so Isaac Kekmerinsky will not go 3 straight games with 7 touchdowns. It will come to that streak will come to an end with only 6 touchdowns. I'm sure that Coach Kekmerinsky is going to be really disappointed about that. But his team up big here as Trey White comes into the game. He'll look to complete his first varsity pass maybe at some point, as Cooper Spronk will try to run the ball, and it will go nowhere for a gain of 0. Still nothing up the middle between the tackles for PC trying to run the football.
Yeah, credit the Cardinals again, as they do a nice job of plugging up those holes. We got some different guys out there on the offensive line. Ezra Grunenboom is out there, Grant Kelderman. I'll try to pick up a few more of them as we go, but not a lot of room there for Spronk.
Yep, Trey White's going to roll right. He's going to look, and he was under pressure right away, and he just tossed it. I chucked that one up too. He did not have a lot of time. There was about 3 Cardinals who just made it through the line right away there, and kind of put him off of his track there. Quick driver said their instant radio update. 28-9, Pella leads Clear Creek Amana with 8 minutes left in quarter number 4, and then Carlisle Norwalk is 21-14 with 6:50 remaining in the 4th quarter. Trey White now back to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be behind. I think that was number 80.
Yeah, it's Wyatt Snyder.
Who I was trying to give credit to earlier for Central Decatur, but he came out here trying to make the play. But again, Trey White was about to take a big hit, and he just got rid of the football. Just self-preservation right there from the freshman quarterback who I think he would have liked to step into that one a little bit more, and I think that's what they're talking to him about on the sideline right now. But it's a little bit harder to do when you're out here playing against the varsity defensive line, and you don't really want to take a hit because some of those dudes for Cardinal are big up front.
I don't blame him. Get rid of that football.
Yeah. Now Mulder's going to punt it again and try and pin the Cardinals back deep. That ball's going to bounce at the 20, and that's going to roll down to about the 10 as PC is going to pick it up at the 10.5-yard line here, and that's where Central Decatur will take over with 2.5 to play. And by the time they snap it, it'll be about 2:15 remaining here in this game as we take a look. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Isaac Kakmarinsky scored all 6 touchdowns for the Eagles tonight. He had an 8-yard pass to Bennett Spronk, then a 4-yard touchdown run, a 31-yard touchdown run, then a 27-yard pass to Eric Mulder, a 2-yard pass to Eric Mulder, and then a 63-yard touchdown run. We had a vision for last time out there by Central Decatur, but still looking at in case you missed it, by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, and then it was Devin Adams to Matthew Booth for the 7-yard touchdown. That was the one Central Decatur touchdown. That was, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Really quickly, we take a look one final time at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Pella leads Clear Creek Amana 28-9 in the fourth quarter, I should say. ADM defeated Knoxville 52-0. That game is final. On last look, PCM was up 43-14, making sure we haven't gotten any updates on that, and I don't see any. So 43-14 in the fourth quarter there. Norwalk trails Carlisle 14-21 in the fourth quarter, and Indianola leads Bondurant for 8-7 in the third quarter. And Matthew Booth I take that back. That was not Matthew Booth. Hollinger tried to run the football, and the ball was poked out, so the PC offense will take the field again. Trey White has the ball in good field position, and not only could he get his first career varsity completion on this drive, he's in close enough range that maybe he could get that first career touchdown. I know Cooper Sprunk got a touchdown at Pleasantville with this second unit, but it was Bo Bush who threw the touchdown, so we'll see what happens here for PC. It looks like some of the subs now coming into the game for Central Decatur with 1.5 minutes remaining. I would imagine that PC is just going to try and run this clock out here and try not to run up the score too much, but we'll see what ends up happening here with the second unit in. Trey White's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Cooper Sprunk, who's going to make somebody miss. He's going to try and make another man miss. Now I take that back. I don't think that was Cooper Sprunk. That was Johnson Morgan.
Yeah, Johnson Morgan's actually the one who recovered the fumble there on that last play to set the Eagles up here. He takes the first handoff for just a couple yards.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Johnson Morgan there. He had a couple of missed tacklers there, or broken tackles there, as there's 58 seconds remaining here. Get ready for this one to kind of come to an end, as Trey White will.
It's actually Dane Gatings, so a third quarterback here, sophomore Dane Gatings.
We're just rotating here, and that is going to be Johnson Morgan once again. There's so many substitutions. It's been hard to keep track of all the kids running in and out of the game. That is going to put it at 30 seconds left. PC doesn't have to run another play here. As we take a look at the road ahead really quickly, it's the playoffs. We don't really have the road ahead presented by Pella Motors. Playoffs, Central Decatur is waiting on the result of Pleasantville versus Cardinal, and Pella Christian's just waiting to find out who they play. That'll be coming up tomorrow. Johnson Morgan will get the ball down to the 15 there, and there's 4 seconds remaining. 2-1, 42-7. Pella Christian takes the lead, or takes the win here against Central Decatur, and Pella Christian cementing and placing a stranglehold on second place in the district. That pretty much guarantees them a playoff game next week here on Eagle Lane. which is a big deal for the Eagles and for Coach Kakmarinsky, as they at least get one game and they get a more favorable matchup in that opener. But Pella Christian takes it 42-7 here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. We will be right back with the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio post-game show right after this on KRLS2 and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Quality products and the knowledge to help you make the best decisions. That's Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry, who helped Vicki Hirama with her bathroom remodel.
I found a wooden countertop that was beautiful. He told me how that stains easy and the water on it, it might start looking not as nice. And he showed me the countertop options in his showroom. I found a beautiful choice that I think I actually love better.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
The Addams Family are back in hilarious animated film, Addams Family 2, rated PG, and now showing at Pella Cinemas. Come enjoy Addams Clan and their adventurous road trip in a hideous and humongous camper. Also showing at Pella Cinemas is the most anticipated James Bond movie yet. Daniel Craig makes his final appearance as Bond in No Time to Die, rated PG-13. And showing in theaters is Marvel's Venom, Let There Be Carnage, rated PG-13. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
At least 5 new stories every day. Let's Talk Pella every weekday. Breaking news, live severe weather coverage, in-depth with Dr. Bob Leonard, community calendar events, all that and more on your home for today's Pella news and local information. 92.1 at KRLS. You can also find it all at KNIACableS.com. And you can listen anytime and anywhere by downloading the free KRLS mobile app. Nobody covers Pella more because we care more. The one to count on for today's news and local information. 92.1 KRLS.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzambek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Pella Corporation is proud to recognize its talented team that produces quality Pella products throughout the U.S. and select foreign markets. Visit the Pella Window and Door showroom in the Molengrot to see what sets Pella products apart. In addition to meeting customer needs in an award-winning fashion, team members support organizations and activities throughout the area by volunteering with youth programs, community events, and service organizations. Pella Corporation recognizes that its greatest competitive advantage is the people who are creating a better view for customers and for communities.
Community First Credit Union has an auto loan special that will put you in the driver's seat. We offer excellent rates and a quick, easy pre-approval process. You can even apply online. So whether you're buying a new or used car, we'll have you saying, "Keys, please," with a vehicle loan from C First, where together is better. Stop in or apply at c1stcu.com. Subject to credit approval and program qualifications, this credit union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome to the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show here on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Pella Christian takes it 42-7 over Central Decatur here in what was a fairly good game. We're going to get the senior walk here, it looks like, so probably be a little bit before Coach Kakmarinsky joins us to make sure that those seniors are able to do their thing here and get that recognition. What is, officially their last home game. It looks like they're going to get a home game next week in the first round of the playoffs at this point, but make sure that they get that honor of doing it for the last regular season game here. But let's take a look at tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Pella Christian dominated in almost all facets of the game. 22 first downs compared to Central Decatur's 13. They ran the ball 30 times for 189 yards. Central Decatur ran it 29 for 44 yards. So dominant in the run game there for Pella Christian. Passing yards was a little bit closer. 196 passing yards for Pella Christian compared to 115 for Central Decatur. Pella Christian was 17 for 31 passing with 1 interception. Central Decatur 7 for 19 with 2 interceptions in the 19 attempts there. Total offense, though, Pella Christian 61 plays for 385. Central Decatur 48 for 159. So, like we mentioned, dominant performance for the Eagles in this one. Let's take a look at the individual players. Devin Adams was the leading rusher for Central Decatur, 10 rushes for 29 yards, 10 rushes for 11 yards for Matthew Booth. Tyke Hollinger, 1 for 9. And then Champ Walker had 8 for -5. So not a good night for Champ Walker's rushing stats. For the Eagles, Isaac Kakmarinsky, 19 carries for 165 yards. Benny Schurz had 7 for 19. Johnson Morgan had 3 for 5. Cooper Sprunk had 1 for 0 yards. And then the passing comparison, Devin Adams he was 1 of 2 with a pick and a 7-yard touchdown completion to Matthew Booth. Matthew Booth throwing the football was 6 of 17 with 1 pick and 108 yards. Isaac Kakmarinsky was 17 of 29 for 1 pick and 2 touchdowns and 196 yards. Trey White did not complete any passes. But overall, very good night for the Eagles here, despite what was an ugly penalty battle, which is something we talked about. 8 penalties for 100 yards for PC, 13 penalties for 110 yards for Central Decatur.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest game by any means. I think both sides probably feel that way. They probably played cleaner games. But at the end of the day, it was a game that the Eagles, from the beginning, were in control of. I thought both sides of the ball played pretty well. As offensively, the Eagles, again, had some big plays, which we talked about at the beginning of the game. That's something that the Eagles have relied on, but also found some ways to move the ball effectively, both on the ground and through the air. So a really nice outing here by PC.
Yeah, it was, while it definitely wasn't the prettiest ways to win a football game, they did enough to get the job done, and they did it handedly still. Yeah. So, I mean, that's got to give, I'm sure that Coach Kakmarinsky's got some things that he's going to want to change, but you got to feel pretty confident that you were able to play probably your worst football in the last 4 weeks and, still walk away with a win.
Yeah, a lot of good things, too. It's 42-7, so obviously you did some good things, and certainly the Eagles did that. And I think, although, maybe, like you said, maybe not one of their best games recently, I still think you maintain some of the positives that have happened, that you feel really good moving into the playoffs here, that you're playing really good football, you got some good momentum going for you. So Eagles are going to be excited about that, and making another statement win, which I think they've done very well here the last few weeks, plays well when you look at what their road into the playoffs is going to look like. Getting a nice big win is always helpful in that regard.
It really is too, and it looks like we still got a little bit of time before Coach Kakmarinsky joins us, but we did get a final update from that Pella football game. Pella beat Clear Creek Amana 28-9. That's a big win for the Dutch, who now, I believe, take second place in the conference with that victory. So big-time win there for the crosstown rivals of the Eagles here, except on Friday nights. They're not really crosstown rivals. There's a lot of friendly interaction between the two schools on Friday nights since they don't play each other on the football field. But, nice job there. I think Coach Kakmarinsky that's who is sprinting on the field there, so we may see him here in a little bit. We're going to step away. We'll be right back with more of the cabinet design of Pella Radio post-game show. We'll talk to Coach Kakmarinsky, and then after we talk to Coach Kakmarinsky, we will get to our Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. But first, tonight's final stats have been presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency, providing complete, courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. We'll be right back with the cabinet design of Pella Radio postgame show on the KRLS2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel here after this.
Are you having trouble finding a place to work? Looking for a career with benefits? The climate-controlled facility known as Hormel Foods are currently looking for applicants. Hormel is offering free tuition to the employees' kids for 2 years. No strings attached. All the applicant has to do is that the employee works during the 2 years the child is in school. So apply to Hormel Foods today for an opportunity for free tuition for your kid. If the parent leaves, the tuition stops for repayment of contract period.
If you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you do good. At 9 Lilas Boutique in Pella, we believe that every woman deserves to look and feel good. We've even got a name for it. Clothing confidence. No two body shapes are exactly the same, and clothes look different with different skin tones. That's why we search far and wide for a variety of trendy, comfortable, and affordable fashion in sizes small to 3X. You can shop online at 9lilas.com or stop in and see our latest finds at 733 Franklin Street in downtown Pella.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn & Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today, or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
At Bruxford's, all in-stock furniture is on sale, and you can save 10 to 25% off. We start with 10% off, and if you spend more than $1,500, you'll draw out of a hat to save 5, 10, or 15% more for savings up to 25% off your order. We also offer free garage drop-off in the local area or in-home white glove install for a fee. This furniture sale ends on Saturday, October 16th at Bruxford's Comfort Studio in Oskaloosa and Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we know how important it is for athletes to heal properly so they can continue making plays and staying active. We pride ourselves in providing top-notch care for athletes of any age. Whether you're the quarterback for a local team, a leisurely runner, or somewhere in between, we've got you covered at Kinetic Edge. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose Kinetic Edge. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or 621-0230.
At Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, the Veterinarian Pet Salon is taking appointments.
Hey, Mr. Veterinarian, can we give our kitty a haircut, please?
Yes, we can. This is Dr. Tim Yoder, one of the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Schedule an appointment at the Veterinarian Pet Salon by calling 628-4040. Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Planting 1,000 trees on our cattle farm to block the breeze? It makes for good neighbor relations, and my numbers were good. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
A revolutionary roll-on butter product that takes the mess out of corn on the cob. Makes sense, right? My business plan and numbers are solid. So, Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
Stop by your local Bank Iowa or visit us online at bankiowa.bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. All loans are subject to approval.
Welcome back to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio post-game show here on the KRLS 2 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Talking to head coach of the Pella Christian football team, Rich Kakmarinsky, with continuing coverage of Iowa high school football. Coach, thanks for joining us. Listening to you look through the stats here a minute ago, I think one thing that stood out to you was the penalties, and I know that was something that was kind of a storyline that me and JD talked about during the game tonight. It was a good win for you guys, but not your cleanest of football. And I know that talking to you in the pregame, you were hoping that your team would keep that momentum going. What was it that you really liked about tonight's game, but seeing that number of penalties too, what does that what are some of the things that you can, try to cut down on going into the playoffs next week?
Absolutely. First of all, I thought our defense keyed us again. And, Central Decatur is a nice football team. I think we would have shut them out except for we had 2 personal foul penalties in that drive right before half. So, but to win 42-7 was a nice way to finish the regular season. We just had uncharacteristically 8 penalties for 100 yards, so that was really kind of a bugaboo for us. So I'll have to look at the film and see exactly what was going on there. But honestly, I felt a couple of them were just good hard hitting, and they actually called them personal fouls. I really, I did not condone any type of personal foul, but I just thought we were playing good defense, and they evidently thought we hit late, but the whistle had not blown on several of the plays. So I think let's look at the film, but we definitely need to clean that up. But I thought our defense keyed us and did some nice things offensively to score 42. So good win for us.
It was a very good win for you guys. And, another great performance for Isaac Kakmarinsky at the quarterback position. 165 yards on the ground, 196 through the air, another 6 touchdowns this week. He had 187 the 2 weeks prior as far as yardage goes, and then 14 touchdowns. He adds another 6 touchdowns. So 20 touchdowns in the final 3 weeks to finish the season. What is it about the offense that has really just allowed him to find that success and just continue to put up big numbers that he has been able to put up?
Well, I think we're tough to defend. I'll be honest with you. I think that our O-line's playing well, and Benny's running well, Cooper's running well. So people got to defend our run game, and then we got these big, tall receivers that are good on the outside, and also in the middle with Trevor and Bennett. So yeah, I just think we're a tough cover. I think in that drive right before half, we were able to run the ball down the field and kind of get into a run-heavy formation, and that allowed them. They were single covering Eric Mulder, that's a tough cover. I don't care who you are. So I thought that obviously Eric Mulder had a big night tonight, I just think we have weapons in every phase offensively. So I think probably, as you said in the pregame show, all starts with the O-line. Our O-line's continuing to mature, doing some great things there. And Isaac's also continuing to mature. He's making better decisions, better throws, better runs. And then he's got a great cast around him. I mean, again, this is a very, very talented receiving core, and our running back core is good. So yeah, it's nice. It's kind of fun to call plays with guys like that.
Absolutely, I'm sure it is it's a fun time because you have so many weapons. And now, kind of looking ahead, I know that you probably don't know the official opponent yet because the state hasn't released those yet. But you guys have. It looks like you'll get a home game to start the playoffs next week because of tonight's win. It solidified your spot as number 2 at the very least. And I think based on that. Sigourney Kyoto lost earlier. I think that's kind of where you guys sit. But looking ahead, I know that that can be kind of challenging because I know that a lot of coaches, they want to dive right in and start preparing for their next opponent. Not knowing that next opponent, how do you guys start to prepare, tonight and tomorrow?
Well, we should know our opponent by 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm thinking we'll go east. I think we'll go to the Regina district, and I think we'll play Mediapolis or Wilton. Depends on how things shook out over there in that district. That's my feeling. I can't prove it, but we'll see. But I'm glad, we're going to host. We're pretty confident we'll host next Friday night, and it's always great here to be at Eagle Stadium. So we're thankful for that. And our kids have worked hard. We're a good football team. I think we'll be a dangerous playoff team. So I'm kind of excited about it.
Well, your team has definitely found its stride, and they definitely do have all the makings of being a strong team and, making a potential deep run into the postseason. I know we talked about this in the pregame interview, but, I saw the senior walk tonight, and I know you mentioned that, you at least have the postseason with these guys, but just again, what do these guys mean to the program, and what do they bring to the table as far as not only just Pella Christian football, but just to the Pella community?
Well, they're just great young men. They're great football players. They're great young men. They're great leaders. They're doing a great job of leading this program. So I can't say enough good things about them, and I can't think about being done. So that's why I get excited about the playoffs and think about continuing to play with these guys. And I think they're enjoying themselves, and I think the whole team's enjoying each other. So that's kind of a fun thing.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for the time. Another big win for you guys is you get set for another playoff run and continue to play really well. So thank you for the time, Coach.
Thank you, Tyler.
All right, we will be right back with the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show here on the KRLS 2 stream on KNIA, KRLS.com right after this.
This month at Pella Motors, all new and used vehicles have been sale priced because we're dealing. Receive $12,000 off our new Ram 1500 Badlander, up to $4,250 off Buick Enclave, or take advantage of 0% for 72 months on Buick Encores and Jeep Grand Cherokees. At Pella Motors, you'll find bigger discounts and lower prices because we're dealing at PellaMotors.com.
Hi, this is Tim Tagernheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I love watching football and I love going to football games. Like many of you, I'm a huge fan of the Little Dutch, the Eagles, and the Central Dutch. If you're looking for a quick meal on your way to the game or a tasty treat when it's over, stop into Culver's in Pella. We'll make you a fresh, never frozen burger just how you want it, one of our famous concrete mixers, or any of our other great menu items. We're locally owned and involved in your community. Culver's Restaurant in Pella.
Hey, this is Everson Dingaman. And I'm Jim Dingaman, and we're the kids behind Dingaman Concrete. Please call my dad today. We need you to keep him busy so he doesn't end up at home all day driving us crazy and ruining our fun.
This is Jeff Dingaman with Dingaman Concrete. Now is the time to address those projects around your home or business. Whether it's tearing out and replacing your driveway or parking lot or pouring all new, call me, Jeff Dingaman, with Dingaman Concrete. The quality comes first.
Please call my dad today.
Marion County Bank salutes the farmers and their families in Marion and surrounding counties. Hi, I'm Trey Sadoff, ag lender at Marion County Bank. We know that for today's farmers to be successful, it takes more than just hard work and dedication. It takes a commitment. At Marion County Bank, we're committed to our area farmer success too. As our area's leading ag bank, we invite you to visit with one of our ag loan officers at our Pella or Knoxville office for all your ag lending needs, concerns, and opportunities. We have the experience and expertise to help with your farming operation. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Maan and Seaster Meyer Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Above all, you want to create something you're proud of. At Precision Pulley and Idler, each employee receives countless hours of instruction. That's why Precision Pulley and Idler is not only proud, but understands the work our area students put in each year to make their own season a success. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Good luck to our area athletics and activities this fall from Precision Pulley and Idler. We keep it moving.
Hi, this is Pella City Council member Liz Sporer. Fall sports are in full swing, and numbers on the scoreboard are getting a lot of attention. But while it's fun watching your team rack up points, you don't want to be a number to your telecommunications provider. At Pella Fiber, our customers are always more important than numbers on a profit statement. We care about delivering ultra-fast TV, phone, and internet connections to your door for every big game. Pella Fiber, neighbors, not numbers. Join Pella Fiber today at PellaFiber.com.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a reputation of quality and excellence for providing indoor and outdoor signs in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and acrylic. We also produce banners for businesses and events, as well as car wraps to stand out and bring your promotional needs to life. We will work with any budget by offering a variety of price points and material options to bring you the best value. And Pella Engraving and Sign prides ourselves on meeting exacting standards and quick turnaround times. Learn more at PellaEngraving.com.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations.
Welcome back to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show here on KRLS2 stream on KNIKRLS.com and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. One final time, let's take a look at tonight's Hormel Foods radio key play and player of the game. JD, we talked about it during the break. We're going to switch it up a little bit. It would be really easy to go with Isaac Kakowinski again, but there was another guy who really showed out tonight at the wide receiver position, and I'll let you do the honors of it because you're his coach.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I thought Eric Mulder did an outstanding job tonight. He's always been a guy who's made some big plays in just about every game for the Eagles. Tonight, maybe just a few more. Maybe not necessarily the big plays, although he had a couple touchdowns, 9 catches. I'm assuming is a career high for him. Got 97 yards. So I think there's a variety of plays you could choose from, which is always a good thing when you look at the final stats and you feel like there's a few different guys who made some plays. Obviously headlined by Isaac Kakowinski, but Eric Mulder did a nice job. He can make a quarterback look good when you can just throw a jump ball and he can go run it down and come up with it. And if it wasn't for a pass interference call, he might have had 3 touchdowns. So really nice job job there from Eric, and defensively he does a good job from his safety position as well.
Absolutely, and our key play of the game was the 66-yard touchdown run by Isaac Kakmarinsky. It seems like he had a couple of plays just like that every week, but that was the big play that gave him the running clock there in I take that back. It was the touchdown that gave him the running clock and the final score of the night for either team. That's been our Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJob.com. Wrapping it up here from Eagle Lane, Pella Christian 42, Central Decatur 7 here on Eagle Lane as Pella Christian gets ready for another playoff run. I believe it'll be Andrew Schneider on the call next week with UJD, and hopefully I'll get to come back and do another game because I am on the schedule, I believe, for playoff game number 2. So hopefully we will get to do another game once again later on this season. But for the final time this regular season, thanks for listening to Pella Christian Football on the KNIA KRLS.com, KRLS2 stream, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And that is all. We will catch you later. We'll send it back to Nathan Sage in the studio. Take it away, Kathy and Nathan.